Okay, we're live. Hey guys, welcome to our first Big Brother Naija YouTube live conversation of the season. You're all welcome back. Yeah, it's been a while, and I'm not gonna lie, this kind of feels strange. It's been a while. I sat down to do a live stream about Big Brother Naija. For those of you who have been um ardent viewers of my content here on this channel, you know that I shifted my interest onto other pressing issues, especially things that have been happening in Nigeria. Yeah, so the show is back again and we are back. So there's no need for me to go on and on about any preambles. I already did a video where I talked about the things I will be doing this season and the things I will not be doing this season. I already did a video where I also shared about what to expect from me in this community this season and what not to expect. So I want to assume that we've all watched the video and we've shared our opinions on that video in the comment section. So we're good and we're ready to move on. We're ready to move forward in today's conversation. So once again, you're all especially welcome. I'm super excited to have you all here. I've particularly missed interacting with every single one of you. So yeah, it's good to have you all back. Thank you all so much for um, accepting my invitation to join today's live conversation. So today's live conversation will not be too lengthy because today is officially the first Saturday night party of the season, and I wouldn't want to exhaust all of us with a lengthy conversation. So we're just going to try to not stay here too long. I cannot predict for now how long we're going to be here, but we're going to try to not stay too long. All right. So yes, as usual, conversation is open to everybody. So as we proceed with the conversation, if you have anything to say, please feel free to click the link in the comment section where when I share it so that you can share your thoughts about the conversation being had. All right. Now, more importantly, to those of you that have been here waiting since 3 p.m., you're all specially welcome. To the interacting viewers in the comment section, to those who will come on stage to speak, and to the silent viewers and listeners, you are all specially welcome. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And yeah, all of that said, let's proceed with the conversation of today. Ladies and gentlemen, Big Brother Naija season 11, themed Show Yourself. If you ask me if I like the theme of the season, I would tell you that I actually really love the theme of the season. However, do I think that what I have seen so far this first week completely exudes the energy of the theme of the season? I would say not particularly, not exactly. In comparison to the 10 over 10 season, what I would say is if the 10 over 10 season had been themed Show Yourself, it would have been a perfect description. It would have been a perfect alignment because everything that happened during the Show Yourself season, did I say Show Yourself? During the 10 over 10 season was a perfect interpretation of the theme Show Yourself. Now, this is not me also being too hasty with my judgment about what these housemates have to offer for the season. No. But still, we know what usually happens in the first week of every season of Big Brother. You know, housemates try as much as possible to be chaotic, to be dramatic, to do the most. And do I think this set of housemates have actually successfully been doing the most? Well, not exactly. A few of them have been quite consistent in trying to show themselves, but not all 24 of them. And so it's making the season look like it's going to be boring. It's partially giving the vibes of the no lose guard season. Yeah. And it's giving me a cause for worry. Every day I make a video, I try to sound not so pessimistic right? I try to sound very, very optimistic that it's going to be a great season. It's going to be a good season. But having watched the past 2 days now, it's giving a lot of people are now on guard. A lot of people are now trying not to lose their guard. And it's worrying. It's worrying because I'm thinking, come, this is the 11th season of the show. 10 seasons have come and gone. Any right thinking individual, any individual who is hungry for fame, who is hungry for popularity, who is hungry to be maybe one of the best players of the game this season, who obviously have watched some of the previous seasons, who obviously are friends with ex-housemates, because we know that these housemates, they have connections with ex-housemates, people in production team. We know how they are all well connected. We know, right? So any right thinking housemate who is hungry, who is thirsty for this opportunity, for this platform, will come into this season ready to really show themselves, will come to really give us an excellent performance with regards to the theme of the season. But unfortunately, it's really sad that not all of them actually really understand, what it means to play the game according to the theme of the season. Now, sometimes it's not like you really have to go verbatim, when giving the perfect definition of the theme of the season. Sometimes it doesn't work that way, but just play the game, right? Coming in with a strategy. But it's always just very disappointing when these people, they know how this thing works. I mean, come, you don't have to come and watch my video over and over again every season before you know that, okay, well, I'm going to Big Brother's house next season. So I know that, okay, this is what I should do. You already know. You know how the viewership behaves. By now, you should know all these things. Come, I don't even want to talk too much. By now, you should know all these things. But unfortunately, I'm seeing housemates who are actually literally living like they're living on vibes and Isha and La, like, hey, I'm just here to have fun. I'm just here to be myself. And when I first heard the theme, Show Yourself, I was quite excited that, oh, great. These housemates, every season, they always come saying, oh, I'm just here to be myself. I don't have any strategy. I don't have blah, blah, blah. We know it's all a lie. But I feel like this season, when production finally decided, okay, fine, you are just here to be yourself, Abby. Oh yeah, come and show yourself. Come and unleash and show us this. I just want to be myself. You know who you truly are. Come and show it to us. Come and prove yourself, right? Just production decided to go according to the housemate's own theme. Because if you ask me, I'll tell you that it is these individuals who come onto this show to come and participate on the show. They are the ones that are actually the brains behind this theme of the season. Yeah, just when production has now given them the chance, the platform to show themselves, it's not like they are now hiding themselves, they are concealing themselves. And I don't know, I've actually made a promise to myself that this season I'm just going to be completely detached from these housemates. Yeah. And when I say completely detached, you know what I mean. But in other words, I'm not going to be so bothered. You play your game, you don't play your game, you get evicted, you don't get evicted, whether your eviction is justified or not. Fuck you all. I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, fuck you all in capital letters. I don't give a fuck this season. So I don't know. I don't know how I'm feeling. I think I'm not particularly disappointed because I think in a way I was kind of expecting the same sort of situation where people will come and they'll say, oh, I'm just here to be myself. And then they come and just chill, chop free food, just chill. Don't pay bills, don't pay house rent. And they are there. And then one way or the other, they are able to amass this cult-like following who most of the time are not, I'm looking for the right word, who most of the time are not bothered enough to really checkmate these housemates. For them, so long as this one has the face card, for them, so long as this one has the swag, so long as this one is giving me madness, well, all well and good, I'm going to just accept it the way it is, right? So it gets really tiring. And I feel like I'm at the point where this season, if the housemates deliver, I don't think I'm going to be disappointed. If they do deliver, of course, I'm going to applaud them and I'm going to be quite impressed. And that is the reason why when the likes of Nomi is being a brat, when she's being so delusional, when she's being a blatant liar, when she's doing the opposite of what society would naturally expect from a right thinking individual, I'm not very mad at it, right? When you watch my videos, when you listen to my analysis on any platform, of course, I would definitely say it's the way it is. But also, I will also make my declarations that, am I mad about it? Absolutely not. Why? Because whether that is the real her or whether it's a game that she's playing, I cannot be mad about it because the theme of the season says, show yourself. So whatever she's doing, I cannot be mad about it. She's actually showing herself. Now, there's also housemates like the head of house, Chimsom Chuka. If Chimsom Chuka is being an arrogant, egotistical, prideful, sometimes a bit boastful, sometimes very disrespectful, sometimes very sexist, very biased, and hypocritical as well as the first head of house of the season. Am I going to be mad about it? Well, not exactly. Because to be honest, I don't particularly give a fuck. Why again? Because things like that are required for the season. The theme of the season once again says, show yourself. So Chimsom, whatever he does, however way he wants to play his game, yeah, by all means, he should knock himself out. As far as I'm concerned, he is showing himself. So I cannot be too mad about it. In fact, I cannot be mad about it at all. And you know, the list goes on. If these housemates decides that okay, I'm going to play dirty this season, yes, go ahead. But the ones that I'm not going to be particularly mad about, but I'm just going to be like, yeah, whatever. I thought as much. It's going to be those housemates who have been given this particular season to actually do the worst of the worst kinds of shit. Because if you think about it, with every other season, when housemates are diabolical, when housemates are manipulative, when housemates are backstabbers to their besties or lovers in the house, we can say whatever we want to say. We can drag them, we can judge them, you know, by all moral standards, you know, that exist or do not even exist, right? We can judge them as much as we want. But this is that one season that sort of gives them the leeway to do whatever they want to do. I don't know if these housemates were actually informed or not that, hey, this is the theme of the season, no. So be prepared, come prepared. I do not know if they were informed, or maybe just like us, the viewers, they discovered the theme of the season when they were in the house. Although I highly doubt that. Yes, with the way these housemates, their mouths are leaking like baskets inside the house about how much information they know from behind the scenes, I highly doubt that. All right. But just to give them the benefit of doubt, except they do not know that this is that one season where Big Brother, production, the organizers, they have given you a blank check to go crazy, to unleash, explode, prove yourself, do whatever the fuck you want to do. No judgment zone. Except they do not know. Then I am baffled as to how a lot of them are just unconsciously or consciously wasting away the luxury of the theme of the season, because this theme of the season is a luxury, really a luxury. When they say show yourself, it's more like giving you a blank check to do whatever you like. And then people will look at you and say, oh, after all, the theme of the season says show yourself. So whatever you do, people can just nod their head and say, well, anyways, that is who you are. Since you said you're coming to the show to come and be yourself, okay, fine. You're just being yourself. You know? Another thing is, I think they also forget that first impressions matters. So right from the day of the launch show, only about 0.5% of them actually made a very great, entertaining impression, in my personal opinion. I did a video about it, so there's no need to go into that anymore. However, this first week in the house is also another opportunity for housemates to really make a great impression on the viewers. However way you want to do it, make your impression, sell yourself, show the people that, hey, there's somebody like me in this house, so watch out. I'm coming like a storm, or I'm coming in like a snake, or I'm coming like a tornado. I'm going to burn down this house, or I'm going to be the wind that quenches the fires, or I'm going to be the water that cools down the temper of everybody that goes crazy. However way you want to make your impression, go ahead and do it. But it's just really sad that it is almost the end of week one, and some of these housemates are still buying their time. They're still taking their time. So I do not want to mess up your hopes, but as much as I have all of these concerns about how the housemates are playing the game this season, um, in a way, I kind of like how some of the conflicts are arising, i.e., the conflicts between Nomi, Ricky, and Neche. It was quite interesting, like really interesting. And once again, I'm going to mention Nomi's name. I think she makes for a very, very intriguing character. We've seen a lot of housemates in previous seasons that were like Nomi, but this Nomi that we're watching this season, yeah, she's feisty, very feisty. You know, the sort of individual you meet that will tell a lie and believe their own lie, and then they try to convince the whole world to believe that same lie. And even when the whole world is telling them, no, what you said is XYZ, they still stand on their resolve. Such a resolve that she has is quite admirable. Yeah. So she's playing a very intriguing game, in my personal opinion, right? So I'm hoping that we get more stories like that. And the reason I say this is because I feel like the Bbnaija viewership is so used to the fights, the theatrics, the drama. Um, as far as a lot of these viewers are concerned, a show's entertainment is defined by how loudly housemates can fight. According to most of these viewers, a show's entertainment value is measured by the level of toxicity that exists in a season. A show's entertainment value is quantified by how well housemates can throw fists, how many strikes a housemate can get, and how many people get disqualified in a season. Time and time again on this channel, in this community, I have explained that, listen, viewers of the show needs to begin to come to terms with the fact that times are changing, mindsets are shifting. People are growing out of the usual madness, the rave for toxic drama and theatrics, right? People are growing out of that into the era where, with shows like Big Brother Naija, you want to see a tactical gameplay that causes you to think, that causes you to really reason about situations, right? And with this season already is giving that kind of vibe. The housemates, yes, will definitely have their altercations. However, the majority of the conflicts that might exist this season might be like Cold Wars, if you know what I mean. For those of you who do not understand, Cold Wars do not involve physical attacks or physical how do I put it, physically violent attacks. Yes, it's more of like a psychological war where people attack subtly, play mind games, mental fuckery, if you get what I mean. So this season is already given the Cold War type of conflicts. And for someone like me personally, I totally love and enjoy gameplays like that because it causes you to really use your logic. It causes you to really, really use your logic rather than your emotions. And I feel like the viewership of the show has always been more emotional than logical. Yeah. But unfortunately, if these housemates do not make a balance, like if they do not create a balance, then the show might end up being boring. Yeah. Also, in terms of entertainment, I feel like the selection of housemates this season, in a way, I feel like they're kind of lazy to create their own entertainment. Why do I say so? The head of house, Chimsom Chuka, made an attempt at creating some sort of entertainment structure for the week, i.e., where he had the first set of house meeting and he told the housemates that every evening each room will be responsible for a games night. And it happened on, was it Monday or Tuesday? It happened, that was Martin's birthday, the same night where Mercedes reintroduced herself to us as the amazing pole dancer that she is. Now, I was expecting that, oh, maybe the next day, the next room will have their games night. But to today, that games night has not happened. I'm keeping my fingers crossed if it's going to happen after the party tonight. Yeah. But it did not happen. Now, I understand that there were factors that might have caused them to not have the games night. But if they wanted to, they would have, right? And I've just seen someone's comment. Someone said this week was for rehearsals. The real show begins on Sunday. If you don't get it, forget it. So, Sarah, let me inform you that what you saw this week in Big Brother's house in terms of rehearsals, this is how it is in Big Brother's house every day till the last week. Yeah. Even in the final week, it depends on how Big Brother's mind is at that point in time. Housemates are still given a wager task of the week for them to rehearse. So there's still rehearsals going on. In fact, there will always be rehearsals going on in Big Brother's house. There will always be tasks. There will always be assignments. There will always be something that Big Brother introduces for the housemates to keep them busy, to keep them occupied, to keep them active so that they can also create content for the show. However, housemates also have the liberty to exercise their creativity, to do things that will help them generate highlights, help them generate traffic. You see? So personally, I've actually been expecting for them to do something with the freedom and the free will that they have. But it's unfortunate that they've just been chilled. And it seems like a lot of people are really keen on keeping it peachy and kumbaya-ish. Like they don't want to fight too much. Some people are actually really fighting. Like they are very expressive, they're very vocal, blunt, no holding back. But then there are others who it's like they don't want to participate in the fights. They don't want to participate in the argument. They want to mind their business. And in Big Brother's house, to be quite honest with all of you, you can't entirely mind your business. In fact, you should not, because the more you mind your business, the more you shift into the background. And then someone who is literally everywhere and all over the place is actually consuming all the space. The person is gaining more popularity. The person is getting their name on the lips of most of the housemates and most of the viewers. So the housemates needs to step up. I know that they can't hear me, but I'm just basically analyzing the situation. All right. Now, my message for the viewers is I think we should try and really watch without entirely waiting for the physical fights or the outright theatrics, because with this set of housemates, the way I have studied them just this past few days, you might not get it 100% from them. A lot of them are kind of playing mind games. Yeah. And with mind games, it means you have to pay attention to actually get it. So if you don't, then you might end up saying, oh my God, there's nothing happening on the show. The show is boring. Yeah. But things are actually happening though. Okay? Yeah. Now, all of that said, the one question I want to ask all of you is, what do you think about the new twist of the season? Number one, the head of house twist, where the head of house wins the title, gains immunity from nominations for possible evictions during the week, but does not earn the luxury of the head of house lounge. But instead, like a sacrificial lamb, will have to now do a lucky dip to pick out a name from amongst the housemates for someone who will enjoy the luxury of that head of house lounge. And that person has the freedom to pick a partner to enjoy the lounge with, but the person cannot mention the name of the head of house and his or her deputy. What do you think about that twist? Personally, I think I'm going to be mad at Big Brother. I'm going to be mad at Big Brother because it's like you're doing all that hard work in the arena for someone else to benefit from. Yeah. I like it. I like the fact that it's another level of mental fuckery for the housemate. It could either motivate them to work extra hard in the arena or not to work at all. Because imagine having a rift with a fellow housemate, and then when you go ahead to pick a paper from the lucky dip box, it is the name of the person that you don't like that actually gets the head of house lounge. I'm going to be so pissed. But I like the twist though. I like the twist. Yeah, but I would love to hear your thoughts about that. All right. So now that's the first twist. The second twist is the gambit game play. It's been explained over the week, but let's just go over it again. So the gambit gameplay, viewers will vote for any housemates, any two housemates that they would love to be the gambit. Now, who is the gambit of the season? The gambits are the people whom Big Brother will give exclusive immunity, 100% immunity till the end of the season, till the last day. You see, the day of the grand finale, they will be amongst the top 5 or top 6 or top 7, however way production decides to do it this year. Yes, the gambit has it's like the longest vacation ever. Peace of mind for you in terms of not getting evicted. You have it 100%. Yeah. Now, what I am not sure of is that I'm not sure if Big Brother is going to announce the names of the gambits to the entire house. Although, in my personal opinion, it would be more fun if viewers vote, and then by tomorrow, Sunday, during the live eviction show, Ebuka does not announce the name to the housemates, or Big Brother does not announce the names of the gambits to the housemates, but us, the viewers, we know the people that are the gambits. So Big Brother is going to inform the housemates that, okay, the gambits have been selected, but their identities will not be revealed. So in that way, it's going to create more room for conversations, controversy. Housemates are going to be on edge because now there's suspicion all over the place. Everybody is watching their back. Everybody is looking for who the gambit is. It's going to create some level of distrust in the house. Yes. And it's going to spice things up. So why not? I would really love for it to be that way, but I'm not really sure. All right. But still about the role of the gambit. Yes. Aside immunity, the immunity does not include winning the cash prize. So it's more like gaining immunity and forfeiting the right and the privilege to also compete for the cash prize of 160 million naira. So you are in that house, you are enjoying everything, you have liberty to do as you please, but even though you are going to see the day of the finale, just know that the money is not yours and it's not coming to you. However, Big Brother created a buffer, a very interesting buffer. And I find it interesting because, unlike previous seasons where housemates participate in branded task and the reward is openly announced, I noticed that with the past 2 seasons, not all branded tasks had their rewards openly announced. So you don't know how much you're walking away with. Yeah. So there is also that disadvantage. However, according to Big Brother, as I said, the buffer he created is there is the opportunity for you to win money and other prizes from branded task and any other activity that includes money in the house. So even though you're not walking away with the cash prize, the ultimate prize of the season, there is opportunity for you to win from other avenues. All right. And if you ask me, Glory Elijah, do you like this gameplay, I would say absolutely. Why not? Because first of all, if you think about it, 24 housemates, how many odds are you against to win that money? You don't even know if you're going to win it, except somebody promised you before entering the house that it is your name that we have selected that you must win that money. That is when you should be worried. But nobody knows who is going to win the money. Nobody knows. In fact, nobody knows their fate yet. So, for the mere fact that you don't know tomorrow, you don't even know if you're going to be in the house by Sunday during the live eviction show, I would gladly, as a housemate, want to be the gambit. Why? Because aside from that level of uncertainty, the panic of always getting nominated, especially if you step on people's toes, you get the peace of mind to play your game anyhow, to step on toes anyhow, to trigger people anyhow, but ultimately to sell yourself, to market your brand if you have a brand, to market your business if you have a business, to really advertise yourself, however way you want to advertise yourself, and to also show that indeed you are one person that brands out there should look at. So in a way, you're also trying to make up for the loss of the grand prize. Yeah. But also, you just want to play the game anyhow. Even though viewers don't like you, even though housemates don't like you, they can't remove you from the house because you already know you've accepted your fate that you are not winning the money. So fuck it. I'm going to play this game like an asshole. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want to do because nobody can remove me from this house except I do something crazy that will result in my disqualification. But I know I'm not going anywhere. I know I'm not playing this game for viewers to favor me, like me so much, to vote for me, call me their favorite, all those things that fans enjoy doing. I am not looking for these fans or fanatics' approval. Instead, I am just being self-centered. I'm being very selfish with my time in the house. I'm doing whatever I want to do. So if anybody does not like it, they need to wait till the day of the grand finale to kick me out because they can't kick me out anyways because I'm going to be walking out majestically, proudly, giving myself several pats on the back because I played the game how I wanted to play the game. I wasn't afraid of judgment. I wasn't afraid of people, slandering me on the internet. Because another thing is the role of the gambit, it gives you a covering. Because by now, the moment your identity is revealed to the public, everybody now knows that, okay, fine, you're a wild card in that house. Everybody knows that, oh, yes, this one is just like the tormentor, the punisher in that house that's going to do XYZ. And also, who doesn't want to be Big Brother's little pawn? I would love to be Big Brother's little pawn. You know that one messenger that Big Brother would send, oh, go and do this rubbish. Oh, go and do that. Oh, go and trigger this. Oh, go and punish that. I want to do whatever I like because I like my freedom that way. So, of course, I love the role of the gambit. Although, as I said before, a lot of people do not really like it. A lot of people feel like it's a huge marginalization on all the housemates because, come on, people took their time to prepare for auditions. People invested money in buying a lot of things to take into the house. So now, not allowing them to an equal opportunity to compete for the grand prize is completely unfair. That's how a lot of viewers are seeing it. A lot of viewers do not like it. But ladies and gentlemen, here's the thing. I personally believe that all of these housemates are actually aware that 2 out of all of them will not be eligible to compete for the grand prize this season. Why do I say so? Right from the very second day of this week, I think Monday, Tuesday, and even Wednesday, in their conversations, it's been slipping from these housemates' mouth like air every time they are trying to, mention how many they were in the house. A lot of them were saying, especially when they are having heated arguments, they'll be like, oh, but we are just 22 in this house. We're just 22. Why is everybody doing that? Oh, but we are only 22 now. Oh, but we're just 22 now. Very funny. So I feel very strongly like they are aware. And even when people that made the announcement, I think he also mentioned that, I'm just thinking, I'm trying to refresh my memory. I think he mentioned that they were informed. So I think they're already aware. But I believe it will make it more interesting and exciting if the identities of the gambits are not revealed to the housemates. People that should keep them on their toes, people that should keep them guessing. I think it will make it more fun. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've asked you all the questions I want to ask, and I would love to hear your thoughts now. So, if you have anything to say, please come on here to share your thoughts. Click on the link in the comment section below, right? I'm giving everybody that wants to speak 5 minutes max, and that is because I just need to hear from as many of you as possible. And also, I'm trying to keep today's live stream to the max of 3 hours because I need us to be fully refreshed for the first Saturday night party of the season. So, whatever points you want to make, whatever contributions, I beg us, let us try as much as possible to go straight to the point and keep it short and simple, all right, so that we can also create room for other people to also make their contributions, all right? Yes. So, thank you all so much once again. Going ahead now to drop the link in the comment section below. So if you have anything to share, you want to make contributions to the conversation, please click the link in the comments and I'll bring you on the stage right now. So who wants to go first? For those of you watching from other platforms, if you want to join the conversation, kindly come onto my YouTube channel. And there you can click the link in the comment section. If you're listening to me right now, you're watching me from any other platform, I encourage you to join the conversation live by, coming onto YouTube, come to my YouTube channel, check the comment section, you will find the link. All right. So yeah, click the link to join the conversation. Yeah. So let me go through your comments. Okay, so this one is from Stella. Stella, you're welcome. Stella says, Gloria, Bells mentioned that she came to showcase her skincare business. Hence, she deserves it. I think the housemates are aware. Lately, Chimsom Chuka is selling himself to be voted by viewers. Yes, a lot of you're actually right. A lot of the housemates are also selling themselves to be voted by viewers. There is Nomi, who during her diary session really spoke for herself that she wanted to be the gambit. Barry also said he wanted to be the gambit. I think Cassie also said he wanted to be the gambit. I'm seeing a lot of you trying to join, and I noticed that your devices, it's showing that your devices are not connected. So my advice is turn off your video and try to use just your audio. All right. That way I can see you. There is Obu and Mara Wild Group. I can see you, but I cannot add you. All right. So please disconnect your video and then join again. Hi, Precious. You're welcome to the conversation. How are you? Oh,
Hi,
Precious.
Glory. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hi. You're welcome to the conversation. Long time.
Thank
How
you.
have you been?
Long time, Glory. Thank you so much for having me. I won't
You're
be
welcome.
long. I just want to say I'm firstly grateful that you're back. I know people got a little confused because you said you were going to you're not going to review, and they thought you also not going to review Big Brother Naija, but you were specifically talking about Big Brother Mzansi, and you stated your reasons. As a person who watches both shows for a very long time, I understood you completely. So
Thank you.
when you came back for Big Brother Naija, I was very, very excited.
Thank
It is an
you.
exciting season, Glory. I'm
Yeah.
excited. First of all, I know I don't want to be controversial, guys. I don't mean this in a bad way at all. Everyone is beautiful, guys. Everyone is beautiful. But I, for one, am very excited that we got a almost 99% melanated housemates this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
That glory brought joy to my heart because, whether we want to admit it or not, pretty privilege exists. And whether we
Mhm.
want to admit it or not, pretty privilege is always married to a lighter or a fairer skin, either guy or girl. So for us
Yeah.
to have 100%, well, almost 100%, with the exception of Bal, of course, almost 100% melanated, and Chimsom, I think, melanated people, it was a breath of fresh air. So nobody out of
Mm-hmm.
the blue was like, okay, that one is my favor, because, so these housemates have to work for our favor.
Mm-hmm.
They won't just walk in and then, oh, we say this one is beautiful, therefore they are my fave. So that
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad Big Brother just, bought that, which is also majority of Africa. Almost 90% of people in Africa are melanated. So we're getting a proper representation. So I'm really,
Mm-hmm.
really happy about that. Yes. And
Mm-hmm.
then Glory, I am here. I'm watching. I am watching your videos. I'm supporting. I am so glad you're back, and you are the best in the game. And I don't think we need to tell you. You know it.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Precious. I mean, I don't even know what to say, but thank you. I mean, you're always so generous with your kind words and your compliments, and I would never take them for granted. So thank you. I appreciate you. And I am happy that you're here, like genuinely happy. So thank you too for coming back. Thank you.
Yeah, not a problem, Glory. I will let the other speakers go now. I just wanted to say thank you for coming back, and we are here. We're behind you, and excited for this season. And I'm grateful to Big Brother for bringing melanated cast. And yeah, I'm here for it, and I'm here for you.
Absolutely. Thank you so
All
much,
right.
Precious. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. That was so nice. Okay, Ryle, you are welcome. I'm sorry, Ryle, before you speak, I can still see that there are some people that are trying to join, but your devices are still not connected. As I said, disconnect and remove turn off your video and use just your audio like Precious just did, and other people are trying to do now. I think it's going to help me add you because you're trying to come in and I cannot add you. All right. Ryle, you're welcome to the conversation.
Hi, Glory. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Hi.
Good afternoon from Ghana too.
Welcome.
Actually, I'm so excited you're back. I'm very much excited seeing you back on the
Thank you.
screens again.
Thank
I
you.
wouldn't waste much time. I know you've explained we should be tactical, we should be this, we should be that. For me, I'm not sure I'm going to take that tactical. I need to see something. I need to feel the shouting, the here and there, the arguments, the gossip, the everything. That is what makes me enjoy the show. Without those tactical, I hardly watch it. So if you're giving me tactical, I'm actually not going to be enjoying it. I need to, okay, this what happened, this that happened, this one is having a fight with this one, then you give me the review, then it makes the thing enjoyable for me. But when you go with tactical, someone in the corner always looking at one or two things to strike, for me, it gets a bit boring for me. I'm sorry to
Yeah,
say. Yeah,
I
yeah,
understand.
because of work, I hardly get time in watching it for that whole 24 hours. So at least if there's no bit of drama, because this morning I was watching Flora and I think the other girl, Abby, and those that shouting. I was like, yes, yes, come on, don't stop. It should go out like 5 hours.
Yeah,
Just give me that drama. Just give me that drama. But all good. I think we'll give them some grace. It's the first week, so we're just hoping it's maybe third, 4 weeks, because for this year I've decided not to go for anything because of what Isabella took me through the last season. It's like I was so drained. I was like, for this year I am actually not going for anything. I'm just watching it just for watching sake. Whatever you do, that is on you. I was really glad when you went with you're going to be biased and stuff. You're whatever you do, it's on you. You're not going to be angry or mad about whatever anything. It's like I'm also going with that same page. I'm not going to be bothered with anything because last year it was very hectic for me. Very,
yeah,
very much hectic for me. So this year I'm a freelancer. I'm just watching it for watching sake. If I want to vote,
mm,
I'll just maybe one or two things. If you give me drama, maybe I'll give my vote to you. But if not, I think I'll just let it be. So thank you very much for coming back
mm,
once again. I'll allow others to talk.
mm.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for saying that, Ryle. And you see, I do not fault your preference at all because that is what makes us unique. We're all different. And what that also translates into is that just as us, the viewers, we have our preferences of what we want to see on the show. I mean, some people want to see the shipping, some people want to see the manipulators, some people want to see the quiet ones, some people want to see the ones with the face cards, some people want to see the one that fights all the time. Like you said, that's what you just want to see, the shouting, the fight. We also need to accept that each selection every season might not reflect all of that, right? I.e., the no lose guard season. We saw how not all the housemates wanted to fight. They were so guarded. Everybody was doing my brand, my brand. And the truth of the matter is that there's nothing you can do about it
Can
if you
everyone
keep
hear
on.
me?
Yes, we can hear you. Truth of the matter is there's nothing really that we can do about it, if they decide not to shout too much, right? Here's the reason I'm saying that if you expect too much fightings this particular season, you might end up getting disappointed because the vibe they are giving already, it's giving who has that kind of time, especially the guys. The guys are not particularly interested in all that shenanigans, and amongst the ladies, well, they can shout sometimes, but also there are those ones who, when something dramatic is happening, they mind their business. Unlike some other seasons where if two housemates are fighting, it's like everybody wants to be a part of it to catch the highlight. So what I'm saying is let's try to keep an open mind so you do not get too disappointed. Yeah. All
Okay,
right.
thank you.
Thank you so much, Rael. Thank you so much. All right. Fifi. Oh my God. Fifi.
Glory, my love. Oh,
Oh my goodness. Listen, take the hug. Virtual
oh,
hug. Take
God,
the hug.
thank you. I needed that. I needed that. And you know it. Because, oh, wow. It's so good. It's so good to see you back on here, girl.
I am
Like,
happy. I am
I
happy.
missed you so
I
much.
missed you too. I missed hearing your voice. Oh
Me
my
too.
God. Good to have you
Ah,
back.
good to have you back too, my dear. Good to have you back. You're glowing. Your
Oh
skin
my
is
God.
glowing. I was like, whatever pool of youth you went to swim in, I need a plan. I need a plan because work has drained me.
Oh,
Truly.
thank you so much. You're welcome back. Especially welcome back. I'm happy to
I'm
have you here.
glad to be here. I'm glad to be here, my dear. And this conversation, I think everything that you have been talking about in your videos, I kind of felt the same energy coming in
Mm.
this season. It was like last season, there was that level of toxicity that got me so pissed off. So coming in this season, I was like, I'm watching Big Brother simply because Die Hard, the franchise, you get? So I cannot lie. After 10 seasons,
Mm.
looking at an 11th season, you're like, what else is there in the pot? What
Exactly.
tricks are there? And so
Exactly.
Big Brother had to really go far and deep to, get these
Mm-hmm.
housemates. And I must say that I was a bit underwhelmed during the live show when the housemates were entering because I felt like a lot of them didn't give me what I wanted to see on the
True. True.
stage. That
Mm-hmm.
was one point whereby at least you could single out and be like, okay, let me watch out for this person and this person. But
Mm-hmm.
honestly, I did not truly get that. Aside
Yes.
from admiring and saying, Big Brother, good for you, you went and chose a modeling casting because the guys look like they are all cut from the same cloth. They all
Yes.
look like they attended a modeling casting and were selected. That one, like, I noticed that the girls, the girls are the ones that I think gave me a bit of variety of here and there. But still, looking at this first week, I would say, like you said, you have to. This season, I think we are getting more of in depth. We are not
Mm.
going to look at what's shallow. Every strategy in the book has been played. You get
Mm-hmm.
me? So now, everyone, people should now be clocking bullshit from a mile away before it even comes. You know,
Mm-hmm.
when I saw what's her name, Nah, I'm still trying to even recall their names. Nomi, is
Yeah.
it? When I saw her pull that strategy that she did, she had that whole thing where she went silent on everyone. And then I was
Mm-hmm.
on X, and then I saw someone saying, "Oh, these people are now giving Nomi the prize by isolating her the same way they isolated Imisi." I'm like, get out of the room. We are too fresh from that strategy, and it's not going to
Exactly.
work. And we can all see that the babe she's trying to coin this whole thing of I'm unattainable. So people have to fish harder to get that attention. We've seen
Mm-hmm.
that. I looked at the likes of Flora with that rapper thing on her. Kudos, by the way. I love the fact that maybe they are downgrading on image. Previous seasons, you drill see these people have come to put on a show, fashion show in terms of presentability, aesthetics, how
Mm-hmm.
they are dressing. I've not seen that this season. This season, they seem more laid back, like we don't care who is watching. So you look at
Mm-hmm.
the likes of Flora coming in and they don't want to put in effort in how they are dressing. It's new, but then it's also not new because again, we are still fresh from Imisi. Please, I think the wound is still so fresh. You get me? But I will
Yeah.
say that on the housemates. Let's come to the actual game, the gambit. That is the most genius thing Big Brother has done. And for
Mm-hmm.
people who think that that gameplay is taking away an opportunity of someone winning money, again, there are 24 housemates. Tomorrow, Big
Mm-hmm.
Brother might bring in 4 or 2, I don't know, or none.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, out of all those people, only one person is going home with 160 million. One
Exactly.
person. But Big Brother, out of his magnanimity, has decided that no, let me give 2 people a chance to ride until the final day. I believe that is the biggest opportunity Big Brother has ever given since Big Brother franchise started. Why do I say this? Show yourself.
Mm-hmm.
This is the perfect season for people to really show me what you want. Show me what you want to be known for by Africa. Because again, this show is now beyond Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you want us to do? You want to be a fashion designer. This is the perfect opportunity for the Gambits to really display themselves without, like you said, holding back on
Mm-hmm.
anything, not caring about what their fellow housemates think, not caring about what the fans think. This is the wild card that we need to probably
Mm-hmm.
loosen up this season. We all look for a lot. Some of us, like the previous speaker, she wants bus boss. My pidgin is not great, being that I'm Ugandan, but yeah, that
Like
chaos.
it.
People like me are always looking for different kinds, exciting things that will make me laugh, things that will make me stick to my screen. So the fun in the parties, I look forward to the parties. I look forward to the sloppy jazz, the careless. You get conversations here and there, and so the gambits might be the ones to give us that this season by steering the pot in the house. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Fifi. Very, very apt
Mm,
analysis as
mm.
usual. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. All right. Let's speak with Esther. Esther, you're welcome.
Hi, Glory.
Hi. Good
Good
afternoon.
evening. How are
Good
you?
evening.
Yeah.
Hi. You're
It's good to
welcome.
have you
Welcome.
back. I thought you won't come back.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Actually, I won't completely agree with the fact that the show is boring. Yeah, it's a bit boring, but
Mm,
like we've seen previous season, there is some first week that is like this. You understand the housemate trying to um understand their environment, get to know one
mhm,
another, and all that. Now,
mhm,
concerning the theme of the season, show yourself. Like you said, I don't think that the housemate is aware of the theme of the season, that is show yourself. because I kind of listened to a conversation when Flora and her friends were talking about the theme of the season. I think they were arguing it. They were saying stand out or step aside. I think they a bit confused of the theme of the season. And I would like Ebuka on Sunday to like tell them and not entertaining the viewers they are, and also inform them.
Is Esther there? What's happening? Esther, we've lost you. We can't hear you. I don't know if you can hear me. Oh my God. Or maybe she received a call on a device. Okay, I think we'll just quickly move on to the next person, and then when Esther comes, she would continue with her point. Mara, oh my days. Mara, you are welcome.
My love, my precious love. Hi, Glory.
Oh my God,
Oh
great
God,
to
I've
have you here.
missed your voice. You know, I said that I was not going to bother with this season, and I'm standing by that. This
Hmm.
particular season, my goal will be coming in here to check up on your mental health and just ensure that nobody's going to drive you nuts
Yes, yes.
because Big Brother is known to do that.
Mm-hmm.
The production in itself, the participants in the house, and of course the viewers on the outside. So
Mm-hmm.
my goal this season is just coming in here to ensure that baby girl is doing okay. I
Uh-huh.
washed my hands with Big Brother after last season. I do not want hypertension.
Hmm.
Already my country is giving me that we are going towards an election, so I think I'm going to be more focused on that, especially in my career.
Hmm. Wow.
What i'm what i'm glad about, I in as much as I'm not going to look into the show itself, I purpose to watch your clips and support on that, juncture. And so far, you've been doing a marvelous job of informing us. I don't even feel like I need to get into that show and see it. Already, I think production ran out on funds because the cameras, I don't know if they're running their course. It's not as clear as it should. I mean, this is the biggest stage in Africa. I don't know why they slacked on that aspect.
Yeah, I
But
noticed that too.
yes, they have a bit of a grainy thing going on there. So I don't know if they're on
Hmm.
borrowed cameras and equipment or what is going on there. I'm yet to understand. But I hope they're going to improve their talks very soon. Now, there are two individuals you spoke about. They actually utilized their diary session. These two gentlemen, they've recognized the fact that there's only going to be one winner, and
Mm-hmm.
they've started subtly to show us who they are and what they're made of.
Mm-hmm.
And that in itself, it's a wonderful, wonderful thing because I want them to show the stuff they're made of. And
Mm-hmm.
if they have any craft or they have any business venture, if they can be able to sell it so that by the time they are out here, people are lining up to support them by virtually buying into whatever they'll be selling, then
Mm-hmm.
please, by all means, let them do so. There's also a
Absolutely.
gentleman that did the presentation of nurture versus nature.
Oh my
He had a
God.
heart. We had a very articulated young man,
Gerard, my new mental
Gerald.
coach.
Yes. That gentleman is going places and he has not wasted
Mhm.
his parents' resources so far. I'm very, very, very impressed with that gentleman.
Mhm.
One thing I've noticed is a lot of the majority of viewers are very drawn to toxicity and fights. They're
Mm.
not seeing the subtly tactical, intellectual mind games being played. They
Mm.
really, really, really focus on the nuances of fights and ships and who is into who. And I bet my bottom dollar there's somebody out there who's waiting for someone to have sex with someone so that they can have a conversation. Please spare us this season. We do not want to see people singing in microphones, swallowing microphones, or making weird sounds in the middle of the night. Spare our ears. Those are private issues. The last thing we want to hear is, did I force you? Did this happen? You chased after me as if people were babies. Apana. No. Mm-mm. Please spare us that. But I hope and I pray the people that are inside this season, please do not give us the same script. We
Mm-hmm.
are tired. And should you decide you want to recycle a script or a
Mm-hmm.
strategy, then own it, make
Mm-hmm.
it yours. And when you come out, please accept that you played that script with your full chest. Don't come and do mind fuckery and tell us that it was just a game, it was just your
Mm-hmm.
thing. Own whatever you come and place on the table for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then um I want Big Brother to make it tough. I don't know why I feel like he's a bit but though it's the first week, I hope this time we have a very intellectual Big Brother. I really would love a mind fuckery game in there.
Mm.
That is what I would love to see. I want to
Yeah.
see the level of intellect that people have. I want to see what people can be able to create with limited resources. I want to be able to see how people are able to restrain themselves when they're
Mm.
pushed to the wall. I want to
Mm.
see conflict resolutions. I'm tired of the screaming that I've already experienced this 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
My the ears are already, going haywire based on the videos you've
Mm-hmm.
already informed us of what is happening in there.
Yeah.
There's a particular lady that thinks show yourself is be an ass.
Yeah.
It's not. Show yourself is not be an ass. So show yourself, the theme of show yourself. I want to believe it's embedded in the importance of authenticity and personal expressions.
Mm.
I don't want that what is it called, whereby you're going over and above and you're really trying to create an non-existent drama because you want to show us viewers that there's no one like you, no one is going to play with you, you're not about that life. But you're going overboard to an extent whereby I start asking myself, are you this in real life or you just playing games? Because either way, I don't want to deal with you. Yeah. So be your authentic self. If you have a craft, sell it to us. If you're an intellectual human being, please, by all means, show us, give us
Mm-hmm.
that. If you're a person who has been blessed with articulation, poetry, whatever it is, please show us. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Brands are watching out here. Also, don't come and be limited in your creativity because you want to sing that song of I respect my brand, this and that. We understand you respect your brand. We're not saying that be an asshole, no, but be very smart and intelligent about how you handle yourself in the house.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if there's ever a person who's stepped in that house that has not seen Big Brother. That would be wishful thinking on my part.
Of course.
Last year, we were blessed with one. Dr. Faith had never even bothered about that show. I don't know if this year we're going to be blessed with a similar character. I'm looking
Mm.
forward to that. But those three gentlemen, my eye is on them. For the
All right.
ladies,
Yeah.
For the ladies, intellectually, I've not been aroused yet. So there's nothing to write home about there. Nothing. I'm still observing.
I agree
It
with you.
is great to hear from you. Great to see you. I hope our regulars are going to grace your platform. Doctor, there was a doctor, Doctor someone. What
Dr.
was the name?
David.
Dr.
Dr. David.
David. There was Abby. There was my South African sister. I hope
Yes.
they join us very soon. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you so much, Mara. Thank you so, so much. You see, from everything you said, it's sort of happening already. When you spoke about conflict resolution, holding your ground and having self-restraint under pressure, it's happened already. And that was between Nomi and Ricky. I did a video about it where Tammy was already going off at Ricky at the dining, and Nomi stood up as well. So it was like an attack from both girls at him. And the guy was just there. He was just attending to his task. He didn't even flinch. He didn't
That
even turn to
was
look at them.
that was
Outstanding.
beautiful because I think he
Yeah.
was able to see them from a mile away.
Hmm.
He was able to see what they were trying to do because, and a very dangerous narrative that one of the ladies was trying to peddle. And let me tell you,
Yes.
that one I lost respect for her immediately. The moment she started to insinuate that this gentleman could be
A
eh,
woman beater.
I lost complete respect for that young lady because I was like, now these are the dangerous narratives we've been talking about, where
Yeah.
people's mouths are running faster than their
Yeah.
brains can think, because that is a very dangerous thing to insinuate about somebody, especially
Mm,
when you've been going at him and he's not giving you the response you're looking for. And if that
mm.
young man would have reacted the way they wanted him to react, that narrative they're trying to peddle would have grown wings and legs and everything in between. So I'm really,
Absolutely.
really grateful that he didn't give the reaction they were looking for.
Mm, mm.
Kudos to
You
Ricky.
know, her
I really,
friend,
yeah.
yeah, her friend Tammy was really smart to immediately caution her to shut down that narrative because you see, that situation, that scenario, it also said a lot about how new housemates perceive the previous seasons. Yeah, I mean, it was very eye opening. See, these new housemates, there are things that some of them are doing that they've seen their predecessors do before. And they've seen how the viewers have accepted it and engaged with it. And so they are testing the waters. They want to try it and see if it's also going to work for them. So, aside the normies one, there's also what Godessa is currently doing with Araga.
Agaga.
Yeah, you see that whole thing of trying to start up a ship with him, initiating their first kiss, initiating intimacy. She's already going all out to do it.
She's
Why is she doing that?
reminding me of that lady that was playing about with this Jason guy. What was her name? The one
Sultana.
whereby
Yes,
they
she's
were
trying to
trying
do
to
that.
create a triangle
Mm-hmm.
whereby the lady pursues the guy, the lady makes it seem as if they're not interested. The guy comes into the picture. Then again, they start making or paving way for a third party to get into the picture. We've seen these scripts. Please do not repeat the same things. If you
Yeah,
like
we'll
the
see.
guy, like the guy, kiss the guy. Just don't shock the guy in the house. Spare us that spare us. Do it outside the house.
Yeah.
Have some
Well,
have some
anyways,
form of restraint and self-discipline and self-respect. The last
yeah,
thing I want Goddess to come out here is being known as the lady. I know she wouldn't be the first, but I don't want those things of the lady that was, in the house. So please.
absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mara. Always a pleasure having a conversation with you. Thank you so much for coming through. Thank you.
My regards to you, my love, and everybody else, and say hi to Dr. David should you see him or hear from him. I hope he graces us this season as well. I was really
He's here.
hoping for him to go in there. I would have rooted for that. I would have rooted for Dr. David. In fact, I would have mobilized everybody, would have come, the whole country of Kenya would have come for him. And we make sure he brings that thing home. But
David, you're here. I hope you can hear. All
Yeah,
right. Thank
very
you,
pleased.
Mara. Thank
Thank you
you.
so much. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, thank you so much. Okay, before I proceed to the next speaker, I want to give a massive shout out to Daisy Dreams. Daisy Dreams, thank you so much for your gift. You said I should get data. I will really guess the entire bank where they produce the data. So yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate your generosity. Thank you so much. Okay. Oh my God. I am seeing so many people that I have just missed for a long time. Milali, you are especially welcome. It's, oh my God, it's exciting to have you here. I'm thrilled to hear your voice right now. You are welcome.
Thank
How are
you.
you?
I'm fine, thanks, and you?
I'm well. I'm well. I hope you're not at the airport because you're always at the airport.
No, no, actually, like I'm not traveling. I'm not traveling this time around. I just
Okay.
haven't come onto your lives in quite some time. Although I like listen in the background, but this is the
Okay.
first time I'm on in quite some time. But I hope you're good.
Mhm. I'm good. Welcome. Welcome back.
Thank you. Before I start, I just wanted to say, at the end of June, I lost my mom. She passed away, unfortunately. And
Oh,
your channel, during this time is like a nice escape for me, just to like
oh,
watch. And I
wow.
do go back and watch some of your old videos as well, just helping me cope through what I'm currently going through. But no, like I'm good. It's grief. It gets better each day. Some days are better than others, but yeah.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I don't even know what to say. Woof.
No,
I
no,
am so
no, like it's
sorry.
all right. Thank you
No,
so
I
much.
my heart is beating so fast. Back in the day, when people would say, "Oh, I lost someone," I would just say, "Oh, sorry," because I could never relate. But then when it happened to me twice in a space
Mm,
of 3 months, now I feel it when someone says that they
mm.
lost someone. So I can imagine what you are going through, and I'm so sorry. I only pray that God gives you the strength to carry yourself. I'm so sorry.
Thank you
I'm
very
so sorry.
much.
Yeah,
Thank you very much for your kind words.
yeah.
So this season, like I haven't been watching as much as I would have in previous seasons. But I do watch there and there. But
Mm,
just a few things that I've noted is that I think it becomes difficult for new housemates
mm-hmm,
who have watched previous seasons and have seen what works, and for them to
mm,
come and be different. I
yeah.
think um like it's the 11th season, and some of them might have watched from the beginning, and they kind of see these are the type of winners that, or these are the type of people that viewers um vote for, and these are the type of people that viewers keep in the house. So would you really blame housemates for repeating or keeping the same strategy when they've seen what
Mm,
happens or what it does, um, or what the viewing audience actually are looking for in a player? Because,
mm,
for example, I've noticed that people who are gamers or smart people or intellectual or intelligent people tend to
mm,
rub viewers off the wrong way. We saw it last season with Faith. We saw it even level up with Adekunle. It's just like it's almost like I don't know. It's almost like the viewers are saying, "Oh, this one is like a smart person," or feels some type of way whenever someone comes off as smart or intelligent, and therefore you end up seeing
true.
those players either being disliked or
Yes.
leaving the show. But the ones that are on the screen causing drama or
Mm-hmm,
shipping tend to be the ones that stay longer in the house. So now it's
mm-hmm,
like I'm a player. I would like to make it far in the game. Do you then
mm,
blame me for going into a ship because I've seen that it works? The only
mm,
time something like that would change is if the Nigerian audience who are probably the most people that the biggest group that votes would be like, hang on, we're not with this type of strategy anymore, and you
Mhm.
therefore show that, because like Emisi won, which many people would have thought that it probably won because of the type of person that she is. We saw that with Ileba. So it's like this repeating the same thing of, oh, if you have a sob story or something happens to you in the house and you become a victim, oh, we give you the 100 million. If you are a ship, I mean, if you are in a relationship and we like it, oh, we keep you to the end, and then afterwards we're gonna, I don't know, take you to Mauritius, blah 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 blah. So now it's like,
Mhm.
I get it, but I also don't get it at the same time. But I do get when they come and they repeat the same strategies that they've seen work. And
Mm.
another thing that I have noticed is that I was very upset at the comments. I do not know her name, unfortunately. At the comments that were made about being is it a wife beater or a woman beater?
Oh yeah,
I
Nomi. What she thought about Rick.
Yes, I think those type. I think I remember you once did a GBV
Yeah.
live sometime last year, and you were like, with women, they tend to get away with quite a lot in terms of these types of comments, because to them it's like you say
Accusations.
it,
Yeah.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, the accusation, and then it's gonna be like, oh, if I apologize, then the damage
Mm.
kind of like goes away.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that is why I'm like saying, I think also Big Brother like has shown in the past that he kind of does have a bit of double standard in terms of how he addresses the accusations done made by women, and certain comments and stuff like that when they are coming from women. I'll just give
Mm-hmm.
you a prime example. Remember when um I think it was All Stars, when Ike and Alex were in a pool, and then I think she kind of like
Mm.
punched her, and then Big Brother was like, "This is a warning to both of you.
Yeah.
You mustn't play rough." I was like, "Really, Big Brother?" And also when I remember when it was which season is this? I think it was Kelly Ray's season, when
Mm-hmm.
one of the twins,
Yeah.
the DJ twins, accused Ben of like touching them while they were sleeping, and then Big Brother swept that under the carpet, and like so many other examples. That so now
Mm-hmm.
to a point where do you to a point where like it's like now women, I wouldn't say women know that they are protected, but it's almost like those type of things make people feel like, you know what, I can get away with a lot, consciously or unconsciously,
Mm-hmm.
based on how Big Brother addresses things. So yeah, man,
Yes.
that is just what I have like observed. I think um this season is uh kind of okay, like it hasn't been an explosive first week, but it has been not a bad first week. I think it has been like a decent first week. Very a
Mm-hmm.
few interesting characters. I was
Mm-hmm.
laughing the first night when when the London girl was reading the wager brief.
Yeah.
And then
Crazy.
I was like, oh, Glory once mentioned this about Nigerians, that the moment you sound like from somewhere, other Nigerians tend to like be like, hey God, we can't understand what you're saying, blah blah blah. And it became this whole big thing. And I'm like, dude, it's not even that big of a deal. Like, she actually rated perfectly when you actually listen to it. I think they were already defensive by the fact that she's from the UK, and they were like,
Yeah.
it's almost like the other housemates were kind of feeling like, hey, you shouldn't be here, type of thing. There's always that
Yeah.
thing with oh, Glory just went away.
Hello, I'm here. Can you see me? Hello? Can anyone see me and hear me? I'm actually here. What's happening?
Oh, hi, Glory. Are you back?
Oh yes, yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, okay, okay. Sorry, like you just kind of disappeared from my screen, so I wasn't sure whether you're on the live and stuff like that.
No, I'm
Okay,
here.
no,
I'm
no,
here.
it's fine. So,
I can hear you, Glory.
Oh, thank
oh,
you.
okay,
Thank
cool.
you. Okay.
Okay, cool. So yeah, like I was saying that it's like those type of things that we see season after season. But yeah, I mean it's been a decent first week.
Mm,
A few highlights there and there, a few parts that I feel like they could have, improved on the welcome dinner, stuff like that. But it's gonna be quite it's gonna be quite interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing who the gambits are and whether or not they'll actually
yeah.
be, deliver
Glory,
on
we
it.
can
But yeah,
see you.
that's been
All right.
my like observation for now.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah. I want to quickly respond to something you had said earlier, Milali. Can you hear me?
yes, I can hear you.
Okay, great. You know when you started speaking, you talked about how the very dramatic housemates, and the shipping ones, especially let's just say the characters that viewers just enjoy seeing, right? It's like
Yes.
they get easily accepted because it just seems like that is exactly what viewers are expecting to see. I wanted to say to that I personally have thought about it as well. And I feel like because number one, the show is a business. It is not a charity project. It's a business. Even though they keep on saying, oh, we're giving you a platform to show yourself. Nah, it is a business. If it is not a business, we will not have brands everywhere in the house. Even on like
Yes.
seasons, I'm happy for production and the organizers because having over 20 brands advertising this season, it means they are doing something good, their numbers are good, and people want to key into that to grow their business as well. So it's a business at the end of the day, right? And these housemates, in a way, they are the people that help to sell these brands business. I mean, if you understand
Yes.
marketing and advertising, PR, you get what I'm saying. Great. Now, why am I saying all of this? To sell a brand's product, either for awareness or for whatever reason, you need exciting content that will cause engagement, that will stir the rage or the excitement of the viewership, right? And so, what does Big Brother Naija do? I personally have noticed that most of the time they focus on the kind of content, not necessarily highlights now. I mean, they focus on highlights, no doubt, but they focus more on the content that these housemates create that is more relatable to the majority of the viewership. And it's very unfortunate that the majority of the viewership are those people that don't necessarily care for the intellectual aspect of the show. What they care about is what would excite them, which is the fights, the shouts, the theatrics, the shipping, the kissing, and the knacking, as we always call it. You see, all those, yeah, all those midnight knacking shenanigans they do. That is what the majority of the viewership is more excited about because, to be honest, I'm not trying to insult the viewership or to insinuate that we're all dumb. No, but a lot of people have a lot of things that they are doing in their lifetime, right? So people don't really want to be bothered about racking their brains over, oh, who is the smartest in the house? And all that. It's just a small population of the viewership that are very much interested in that. And so for that reason, I personally believe, because I've noticed it, I personally believe that they tend to give more screen time to the housemates that create those kinds of content that viewers get excited about more. And then it creates more traffic and engagement for the show, and finally helps the organizers to sell the markets of the brands that they are advertising for, because those brands are paid money. So they must get results. I don't know if you get what I mean. So it's like a
Yeah.
structure Yeah, it's like a structure. For us to get this result, this is what we have to do, even though we have to cut corners. And how do they cut corners? You see the intellectuals, the brains in the house. I'll use previous seasons, for example, the Dr. Fate season last year, Adekunle season. You see those seasons where we have people that are just so intelligent and very, very
Mm,
intellectually sound. We know for a fact that the kinds of conversations that people like that have, they are conversations that are mind boggling, conversations that are just, once again, very intellectual, that exposes the bandwidth of their mind and how exposed they are, right? But production knows that this is the business of entertainment. So out of 100%, maybe it's just 20% that will appreciate conversations like that. So imagine the cameras giving 50% camera time to housemates that are like that. You know, they're talking about books, they're talking about science, technology, AI, medicine, there are just 20% of people, possibly 10%, that enjoy that kind of content. People will say, oh my God, it's boring. I beg. This is not what we want to see on the show. It's not entertaining, it's boring. But the moment other housemates who are not, it's not like they're dumb. No, they are not dumb, but their mission is to come and be popular, right? And they want highlights. So they tend to reduce their uh, let me say they reduce their, I don't want to say their IQ, but they decide not to toe the line of dialogue in terms of conflict resolution. So they get dramatic, they
yes.
fight, they get into altercations. They are just unruly and uncouth generally because they know that that is what the 80% of the population want to see. So what does production do? They give more screen time to that kind of content. And of course, the shipping content, the one where the boyfriend and girlfriend are fighting, that kind of thing, they now give attention to that one. So this theory, it's just like my personal theory that I have observed, having watched and analyzed the show for over 7 seasons. You get. So I don't know if you feel that
Yes.
same way. Yeah.
Like I do actually feel that same way. But also, have you like also kind of noticed how from what I've seen that
Mm,
the, the players that tend to be more on the strategic or chess player type when it comes to Big Brother lean more towards the male housemates than it does the female housemates. Because I
mm,
to me, like I think to be quite honest, I think Kosi was probably the last female housemate that I've seen who played the game kind of like strategically in terms of her decision making. Because like in most cases you would find that a female housemate would be the one that comes and like does like the drama and gets in a ship and stuff like that, and is,
mhm,
and is the loud one. And then you'd also find that there are those people that are in the background who, as you
mhm,
said, end up not getting as much screen time. Because remember how
mm,
interesting it was watching Kosi play, because it was like, yo, when
mm,
was the last time you saw a female play the game like this, playing mind
mm,
games with the men, doing all those things? Like, wow, this is actually quite good, quite entertaining
mhm,
to see. But now, if you would reverse what Kosi was doing and make it be like maybe a guy was doing that, it would have been like, ah, man, this guy's boring. Like, get him off our screen and stuff like that. So
mm,
yeah, it's kind of a tough balance there. And I mean,
yeah.
if you think about it, look at all the popular reality shows in the world. It's always about like relationships, like Love Island and Disney. So it's always those things that
Mm,
get people excited. But does that make it right? I don't know. Maybe not. As you said, it's a business, and we can only just hope that these housemates actually do deliver. Last season was actually very good. As much as I still feel like you were a bit you were a bit too harsh on them with your analysis, but actually it was actually a very good season. I'm not gonna lie. Like 10 out of
mhm,
10 was like really 10 out of 10 to a certain extent.
mm,
Yeah, man. But it's like, yeah, I'm actually looking forward to this season. Very interesting characters.
Yeah.
There is okay. I just remember just one more thing. Sorry for taking a lot of time. There is
Mm-hmm.
this female housemate, another one I do not know, but she took she has those like the hair that looks like they're dreadlocks, but small dreadlocks.
Oh, Abby.
Um, yes. Actually, actually, it's very entertaining. But I feel like
It's
people
chaotic.
with her, it's either you like her, you don't like her. Like there's no in between. At first, I was like, oh, this person is annoying, but now it's like, actually, I like I like her, and I actually want her in the house. She 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 almost like reminds me of Imisi a bit. Like she has that weirdness about her of always like being that character that like always goes offline, but you kind of like want to see her more of her. So yeah,
Yeah.
like she's actually a very interesting character, and I just hope that like Nigerians would keep her a bit longer.
Yeah.
Um, like in the TV show, yeah, like it's actually like quite a very like for now to me, her and the
Mhm.
London girl are my two favorites so far. But obviously it's still early, but we will see how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah. I totally agree with you. And I think a lot of people don't realize that Abby is playing a character.
Yes,
When
that's
I
what I'm saying. There's no way you would behave like that.
She's see, I made a statement on one of my videos that as a housemate, if you're going to come into the house to play a character, make sure you've perfected your role so that
Exactly.
it is believable, it is entertaining. You see this nonsense she's doing right now. If you look at pictures of Abby on the outside, oh my goodness, you'll be shocked. So she's the kind of character that is like a bone in your neck. You can't spit her out, you can't swallow her. So it's like you like her, you hate her sometimes because she's annoying, but
Yes.
sometimes she's entertaining.
Because like remember when the first day when Amy started doing her media rounds and she was wearing all these fancy clothes and I was like, "Hey, what's going on here now? Where are the Crocs? Where are where's the red dot on the forehead? None of that." I was like, yo, guys, no ways. It feels like we've been scammed here. But anyways,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. Thank you so much, Milali. Always a pleasure conversing with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Chloe. All the
Yeah,
best for the rest of the season.
thank you. And please take care of yourself. Take your time, all right? Take your time with healing. It will come. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. All right. Let's speak with the next person. That is King. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to join the conversation, the link is in the comment section. Please click on the link to be a part of the conversation, to also vocalize your contribution if you want to. All right. The link is just there. Whatever platform you're listening from and you want to vocalize your thoughts, please join us on YouTube. Check the comment section. You will see the link. Just click on it and you're already a guest on stage. All right. Okay, King, you're welcome. How are you?
I'm fine. Good evening.
Woman King. Nice.
Thank you. So I just want to talk about the Nomi situation. Like I'm already saying that I'm waiting for this live stream to just pour out my anger, my thoughts. I don't know what the issue is that it cannot be resolved. Like you're like, I don't like this guy. Because I don't like this guy and it's not chasing me. I want to make him uncomfortable in this house. Which that's
Mm-hmm.
not nice. It's okay for you not to like somebody. It's okay for the person to not to like you. But me, I feel that it was very rude of her for somebody first time of somebody meeting you. The person was trying to greet you, no matter how strong or how who are you, for you not to reply the person respectfully. Oh, this is my name. You ignore the guy. You were not expecting him to carry your box for you. As how? You're not going around talking. Him too, he have to talk at some point. That you have to clear himself. Even Temi have to leave her back at some point because it was becoming this thing. So yesterday night he was now saying that, oh, so there is 24 bed in this house. So that means I should have not even gotten angry at first. I'm like, so now you see that you really don't have sense. I don't know why from the beginning I don't like her. I don't know. Then what she not do to Ricky? Because Ricky look like my senior brother so much. So I'm like, what you did to her, it does finalize my thought about Ricky. And again, I want to talk about the part situation. I don't know why. Maybe people don't watch the show enough. Then they just come online and talk. Because Mercedes and Kamsi situation, Kamsi actually said the pad was not for her. Then I come online, everybody was now saying that the pad was for Kamsi. Then they are now making Mercedes look like a mad person. No, anybody that is dirty, the best thing to do for the person is embarrass the person. If you keep it secret, it will continue to happen. Because when
But
Mercedes was, I don't take that pad. If it was me, I would tell the person not to take it and it will be there. Because if Mercedes did not do like that, the head of us will not have the opportunity to talk about it and it's being controlled. And if it's for Kamsi, that is very bad. Because I actually feel that I have a feeling that it's for her. Maybe she forgot, but she said it's not for her. So why are you picking what does not belong to you at some point? But anyway, that's all I have to say actually.
okay, oh, my sister, let me say this, and please do not take it the wrong way. Listen, we're women, right? We're women,
Yes,
whether we're in a competition or not. And period is a thing that we all share in common. Like it's a given.
exactly.
Yeah. So be, we have to use emotional intelligence, right? Um,
Alright.
in situations like that. The thing is, with the pet situation, this is like the first few days of the house, right? And anybody can forget a pad in the toilet. I'm not trying to make a case for Camsey or Mercedes, but my point is anybody can forget a pad in an unfamiliar environment, for example. Like you just got into Big Brother's house, right? And everything is chaotic. You're trying to settle in, you're trying to feel at home and understand your way around the place. So you could just be in a hurry and you forget it, right? So what Mercedes did, fine. She's in her right to do whatever she wants to do because, yeah, she was probably in game mode and she wanted to let her voice be heard, right? However,
Exactly.
I do not think it is a must that if somebody does something like that, you must embarrass them. You must disgrace them, especially because you're also female, right? Show or not, it's going to create a very, very negative and terrible perception
That
about you.
that is what I want. I want the 30 people to be on board, on plaster, like, oh, so person name is a 30 person. Yes, that is what me I want. Because this thing about this party, if I'm in my house, it's a different thing entirely. But if I'm
Okay, so at this point, we're not talking about dirty person because number one, you can't say Kamsi is a dirty person. That event happened, I think, on Tuesday night, if I'm not mistaken, right? So we just met these housemates, except she's your sister. Maybe people live together. Then you can tell us if Kamsi is a dirty person. We don't know if Kamsi is a dirty person. We just met these housemates, right? So something that could just likely happen with any woman who is on her period, right? You could mistakenly forget your pad in the toilet. So you can't say, oh, that is what should happen to a dirty person. It's a different thing if maybe for the next 2 months. I mean, these housemates they're going to be in the house for 2 months and 2 weeks, right?
okay,
So it's a
yes,
different thing
yes.
if this month you are on your period and every day you are forgetting your pad in the toilet. If you forget it this month and next month you do the same thing, then it means that is a habit for you. But if it's like something that just happened, we just met and then it just happened like the next 2 days, okay, you can make excuses for that person. That's what we're saying. So I don't want
Okay.
us to
All
jump
right.
into conclusion. Do you understand? I don't
Conclusion.
want you
Yes,
to,
I'm not
yeah,
talking
don't.
about how. I'm not saying Kamsi is a dirty person. No, I like the way the head of house resolved the situation. But I'm just saying in general, if you maybe because I have OCD and I've lived with a lot of people, and I realize that if you really don't embarrass people that are dirty, nothing will be done. If you are trying to kid them, telling them, you need to just do this in a subtle way, they don't get it. So that's what I'm trying to say. That if I'm in my house, I can forget part. That's fine. But if you are in another space, you should have that thought that this place is tenable. I cannot just leave this thing like that. But I'm not saying
Mm.
she's the one or not. But
But
that's all I have to say.
she's the one that's been on her period. Mercedes was not even
Yeah,
the one.
exactly. But Mercedes asked her and she said no. But she now said that maybe because she wanted to help the person to take it. She did not say maybe because it was not her. So I was confused when I saw online and people were like, oh, it's Camsion, it's Camsion. Why did she not just allow her to take her pad? Why is Mercedes being like this? So,
So
and again,
So
Nomi's,
she admitted to Big Brother during her diary session that she was on her
okay,
period this week. Yes, she said she was on her
she
period,
said it,
and
yes.
yes, and her hormones are raging, and she was not herself. Okay, so
Okay.
yeah, it's not a thing of people
And
are
Nomi
trying
should
to.
be clear of Ricky. Nomi should leave Ricky alone. Please, the situation is enough. Nomi did not have any sense to go and meet Ricky and apologize because on two occasions now, she discovered that she was wrong. On two occasions, she
Mm.
discovered that she was wrong and you did not have the mind, the sense to go and meet the guy that, oh, let's talk. Even though this guy is trying to make you understand what happened, but you are still adamant on. I said my piece. I said, if I was in that house, she would not have peace.
All right,
That's all I
thank
have to
you.
say, Sha. Thank
Thank
you.
you
Yes.
so much, Esther. Thank you so much, Esther. And please let me reiterate this again. As women, please, whether it's a game or not, we're watching a show or not, we should not be too hasty to shame our fellow women over mistakenly forgetting a sanitary pad in the washroom. Let's have empathy, please. I'm a woman, so I even in my own personal apartment too, especially when I'm very busy, and I also have OCD, but it happens. And most of the time, it's not something that you're even conscious of. There are times when you're on your monthly flow and you're just completely disoriented, especially on the first and second day. The first and second day for a lot of women, it's usually the most difficult days. You're not yourself, you're cranky, you are just all over the place. You're just irritated by everything. And sometimes you're even irritated by handling your own menstrual pad, whether you have OCD or not. So let's have empathy because that time of the month for women, it's never the easiest times. Yeah. So, yeah, let's just have empathy. Okay. All right. Let's speak with Nathan. Nathan, you are especially welcome to the conversation. Nathan.
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I can hear you. Hi.
All
You're
right.
welcome.
Hello. How are you? Hello,
It's
Gloria.
good. Good.
Um, so we just speak about anything that's gone on this first week, or we're staying on the Kemsey situation.
No, 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 we're not specific about any situation. We're just analyzing the first week, your first impression of the housemates, your impression of the week so far, major highlights for you, and also
Okay.
the twist and the gameplay, the Gambit gameplay.
All right. So for me, I'm gonna be quick with it. I don't live in Nigeria. I've come up a couple of times. I'm not sure if you remember my voice. I was the one that
I
came for
remember.
CC almost 3 years, and they were in your comments on me. So I was like, I'm gonna be watching from the views. But yeah, so this season for me so far, it's been good. I've been seeing a lot of tweets. People have been saying it's boring, this and that. I can't really say it's boring yet. I normally go off maybe week 3, week 4 to see if I'm bored. I know the seasons that were boring, maybe Shine Your Eye, couple seasons like that. Maybe No Lose Guard. I can say those are boring seasons, but I'm still giving them a chance. With
Mm,
the whole Gamba situation, I'm only okay with it because they said they knew. I don't really think it makes sense, but I don't know. I don't understand why some people are mad at it on Twitter and maybe Facebook because if y'all remember the No Lose, no, I think it was Level Up season. I don't know if you remember the girl and the guy that were just there to the end, and they were not going to win. They were just going to be there to the end. So I feel like it's kind of something like that. And I feel like these people get to at least show themselves. And at the end, build a fan base. Unfortunately, you might not be able to see if you're building a fan base because you're never going to be up for a nomination to see people are voting for you or cheering for you. But at least you get 10 weeks to showcase yourself. And I feel like once you see that you're there, okay, push yourself more. What are things you want to do outside the house? Bring that up. Speak about that. That way, at least when you get out, the public knows. All right, let's put our money. Let's see brand deals. I like to work with these people. That's how I feel about it. One of the
Can I
people I
ask you a
like,
question quickly? Can I ask you a quick question?
yeah.
Do you think it's possible for a gambit to even grow a stronger fan base, more
So
than even those who have like ships and whatever else they have going on in the house? Do you think it's possible depending on how they play their game?
so I don't really think it's possible. I'm going off just the history of the show and what I've watched in the past. I don't know if you guys remember Big Brother Africa. I feel like the gamble will have to be like a Karen. You remember Nigerians Karen?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that, or I don't know, some powerful strategy. But I feel like we'll see tomorrow. I think a lot of people are going towards Flora. I think that's her name. I don't really think that's a good choice, but I can understand why people are doing that. I feel like, in my opinion, when you come on a show like this, you can copy strategies. I don't feel like that's a bad thing, but I feel like you got to copy it and maybe twist it in your own way so it doesn't look so exact. And in my opinion, for her, it's too fast. It's too early on. You know, the person that won last season, you're copying it word for word. It's like you're not even switching anything up. And we've seen what you look like on the outside. We saw what MEC looked like on the outside, but for us, it was kind of different. So doing
Yes.
that, it's a little, I don't know. When I see it, I like how she acting. I like it. But a
Mm.
lot of people are I'm seeing online are annoyed by it because it's like we know this is not really who you are. And it might be who she is, but it's just too soon. It's copying someone else's. But I don't know. I really don't think so. I feel like, shipping always makes a lot more noise. Arguments, everything does a lot of noise. I mean, we can see this week with Nomi. I feel like that conversation, I don't know who had it with her. And I said, you need like pop up, you need like come out your shell. All of a
Yeah,
sudden, I
it
think
was
what she's,
Vanessa.
yeah, I think she's taking that as, okay, coming to my shell means I have to fight with people. I need to argue. And I'm here for that, I like that. But I feel like one of the things that's important is when you do that argument, those arguments, you have to make sense with it. Her
Mm.
own, as much as I want to take her side, I'm like, nah, this is not adding up. This don't even make sense. And I think even in that diary room, when I watched her video also, I think in that moment she knew she messed up. I think she knew,
Yeah.
damn, I all right, but I can't say it. So going at Temmie
Mm.
last night or two, I don't know. It kind of was weird to me. I don't know, and I feel like it's ruining her game. Yes, she's on the news. Yes, your video, you're talking about her. Yeah, other influencers are talking about her. But what other personality? What is your personality? Do we know about you? Are you telling us stories about yourself? It seems like it's this entire Ricky stuff, and it's good. But when you start to drag things out, it becomes an issue. If you get what I'm
Mm.
saying.
Mm. I want to
So
quickly to think something, or more like a reminder to you. You see, this whole concept of the gambit. I think Big Brother already experimented with the Shine Your Eye season when we had the wild card, Maria.
yeah,
And if you look at Maria's life afterwards, she became more popular than a lot of the housemates during her season. Even after she was evicted in the fifth week, her shocking eviction happened, and boom, she blew up in Nigeria. Like she had brands coming to work with her. Her price went up instantly, and she gained so much relevance, so much popularity. I mean, Maria was not a face that was very much known, but I think for about a year or two, she had a solid fan base, people that were obsessed with how she played the game. And we can agree, if you want to, that Maria actually played a solid wild card game, even though towards the end of towards closer to her exit time, she was getting in her feelings, but she played a ruthless game to some extent. Or don't you think so?
I definitely do. I remember that season very well. I remember that first week. She was not one of the people I thought. I remember thinking it was Beatrice, the way she was acting. But and you are right because Maria was one of the people. I think she has 1.1 million on IG. So I remember she had a
Mhm.
show also, a lot of brand deals. With more than people that actually went to the final. So you are right. I think it could go either way. We just have to see. I think the conversation, and I'll probably be here next week. We can. I feel like we can then see if that's going to be a possibility for any of these housemates when we find out
Mm.
who Nigerians or Africa voted for from next week. Once
Yes.
we see that final two, we're going to see if they have, in my opinion, maybe the star quality. to go far.
Mm,
So
yeah,
I so we just have to wait and see.
yeah. All right.
But that's all I had to
Final
say.
question to you, yeah. Final question to you. I understand where you're coming from, but so far, from what you've watched this week, which of the housemates would you prefer to be the gambit that could meet up to Karen's lifestyle, or rather, Karen's
Too.
level of playing the game? Yeah.
Okay, so oh, I don't know. It's kind of hard for me. It really is because I seen a tweet the other day and it said all these people said they were crazy, they were this, they were that. But we've only spoken about almost 8 or maybe 10 housemates that are really living up to that standard.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of want to say Flora a little bit. I also kind of want to say I don't know. I can't answer that. I'm sorry. Who do you think? Who do you think? So who would you say so far? Or
Um, I am looking at Abby, and the reason I'm looking at Abby is
mm,
Abby started irritating both viewers and housemates from the night of the launch show. She
yeah,
started irritating everybody, and for me, it was just funny because she was like a bone in everybody's neck, even till now. And she wants to be in everybody's conversation. If somebody is upset, she goes to you and say, "Oh, why are you angry?" And if you are angrily telling her, "Oh, I'm angry," because she was like, "Why are you shouting at me? Am I the one that is making you angry?" So she triggers you. Even when you're at your lowest, she comes and she adds pepper to your lowest. So she knows how to trigger people. She knows how to get people to talk. And I feel like a housemate like that will keep these other housemates on their toes. She will trigger you and then she runs to go and cry. She's very provocative. She provokes and then she goes to cry. So that's her signature now. She'll provoke you and then she goes to cry. She's very loud. She's everywhere. She's in every conversation. And she's
yeah,
fond of saying, "That is how I am." And I like a housemate like that who knows what they are doing and they are heavily leveraging on the character that they are playing. I believe she's playing a very, very intriguing character. And I think if someone like that stays in the house till the last day, the house is not going to be boring. Oh my God. Have we lost Nathan? Nathan, are you there?
definitely. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I can hear you now. Carry on, please.
So that's all I had to say. Thanks for letting me up.
All right. Thank you so much for joining the conversation, Nathan. Always a pleasure to have you here. All right, guys. I'm throwing the question now. Same question I threw to Nathan, throwing to all of you. From what you've seen so far of these housemates, which of them or which two of them would you prefer to be the gambits of the season? If you want to share your opinion, come on here, click the link and come on here, or you can share in the comment section. Let's speak with, oh, before we speak with the next person, I want to give a massive shout out to AB Okoli. AB gave a gift to me, and I am so grateful. AB, thank you so much. You are always, always so generous to this community, to me, to my work, and I do not take it for granted. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I pray that for you and for Daisy Dreams, God will expand your source of income. Thank you so much. I am grateful. Thank you. All right, let's speak with Fanelli. I hope I got the pronunciation of your name correct. You're welcome to the conversation. Guys, click on the link in the comment section to join us here to converse. Fanelli, you're welcome.
Hi, thank you so much, Gloria. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm so excited to talk to you. I don't know why.
I'm excited as well. Your excitement is quite infectious. Thanks for joining.
Thank you. You are my fan. I don't know. You are the housemate, in fact.
You said you are my fan. I am your fan. I am a fan of yours.
Yes, Martin. I just want to say thank you for accepting my request for me to join the show. And I have nothing to say. I'm just excited. Since 2023, I've been watching you.
Nice. Okay,
Yes,
nice.
I've been so excited. I like the way you analyze the program, the way you talk, all that kind of thing. Yes, I really enjoy it. Yes. We have a big fan from Zambia. I'm from Zambia, by the way.
Oh, Zambia. Oh my God. I plan on making a trip to Zambia. I don't know when, but it's on my bucket list. I think, is it in Zambia that we have Victoria Falls? I don't know if it's in Zambia.
Yes, yes,
Am I right?
yes, it's
Ah,
in Zambia, Livingstone.
yes. I've been doing my research about Victoria Falls since January, and it's a place I really want to visit. So yeah, I love Zambia.
We
I
should
love your
come through. We
people.
should come through.
I will come. I will
All
come.
right,
Yes.
thank you. That's all. That I wanted
Mm.
just to say that I love you. I like you. Well done.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right,
It's a
thank
lot.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. It's a pleasure. Oh my goodness. It's a lot to actually like someone you've never met. And it's an honor to be liked. Thank you so much, Fanelli. All right. Okay. Let's speak with Gracie. Hi, Gracie. Gracie, that is my sister's name. My sister's name is Grace. So like I call her Gracie. So Gracie, you're welcome. Gracie, are you there? Oh, Gracie, I think you muted yourself. I'm trying to unmute you, but I can't. So please help me unmute yourself from your own end. All right. I don't know if you're available to talk. If you're not, I'm just going to move on to the next person. We have Edna here. Edna, you're welcome to the conversation. How are you? Hello? Ah, Edna, you have to unmute your mic. Okay. Hello?
Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
Edna, you're welcome. How are you? What's happening? Edna, are you there? Ha.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm there. Can you?
Oh, you're breaking up. I can't hear you at this point. But can you hear me?
Yes, I
Edna, if you can
can
hear
hear
me, please.
you.
Okay, carry on. Carry on. You're welcome to the conversation. Carry on.
Okay. I'm so excited to be joining you for the first time. I've
Yo.
been watching you for so many years. I don't know. I'm excited, but let me get straight into it. I
Welcome.
think Nomi is so annoying. She's overly annoying. Like, I do not get it. Because why is it that you want everybody to just hate on one person? And everybody has seen through you, and at the same time, you want to form Delulu that everyone actually is Delulu. Like, I do not get it. And then I'm just wishing that Ricky will just look past everything and then focus on his game, because that Nomi girl, she's delusional. Also, I think I second you with Abby being the gambit. Like, she's the perfect role for it. Like, she's actually the perfect role for the gambit position. So I think that's
Yeah.
what I want to say. Yeah.
Good. Thank you
So
so
thank
much,
you. And
Edna.
and
Thank you
and
so
and
much.
lastly, I want to ask you. I don't know if you would ever do a story time on the whole thing that happened last season with, the one you went in for. Not went in for, but like we all defended with our hearts, body, and soul, because I don't know what happened. Like, I truly want to know what truly happened. Please, for your sweet followers, just one day kindly do a story time about it, because you know.
Um, Edna, can
Yeah,
I give you a
yeah.
compliment? It's let me give you a compliment. It's not a backhanded compliment, all right? So
Okay.
it's a compliment that I normally give to my partner. Yeah, I'll be like, "You two
Uh-huh.
like a ball."
Of course. Amebo is sweet.
I just could not help it because like, just tell me, like you like a ball.
I love it.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I would think about it. Yeah, because
Yes.
normally the kind of person I am, I try as much
Uh-huh.
as possible not to bring anything that will portray someone in a negative light to the internet because I don't want the
Mm-hmm.
internet to judge the person. I'm not concerned about people judging me, but I don't want the internet to judge the person, you know?
Yes,
So I
yes.
would think about it. And even if I'm going to do a story time about it, I would try to be diplomatic about it. So I do not paint
Most
it in,
definitely.
yeah.
Yes,
But it was
yes,
a very,
yes,
just
yes.
know that it was a horrible experience. And when the
Oh,
experience is that
sorry
horrible, I
about
try
that.
to forget about it. Yeah. So I would think about it, and if I would do it,
Okay.
you guys will see
Yes,
it. Yes.
please. Uh-huh. Most definitely.
All
Have a
right.
nice day. I'm just
Thank you.
listening to you guys.
Thank you
Okay,
so much.
okay. Bye.
Bye. Okay. All right. We have David, Dr. David. Ah, everybody is looking for you. You are the
Hey,
most sought after.
oh my God.
You are hot cake.
I'm
I,
not
I
hot
need I
cake.
need to be I need to be sending what they call it protection. You know all this CID. They need to be following. They need to carry your stethoscope. They will carry your briefcase. They will even carry an umbrella over your head. Ah, yeah, VVIP.
Oh my God. It's good to be here. Thanks for
Yeah,
that first one.
welcome.
Yeah. I was listening to the answer you gave to the last person, and I like that answer. When she said that, are you gonna do a story time, like Tales by Moonlight of your
Yeah,
experience last year? And your answer is apt, you'll think about it, right? Because you have to
yeah,
be smart about this thing, right?
yeah,
It's a life is a marathon, it's not a race, it's not a sprint, right? So
yeah.
whatever thing happened in that last season, there's no gate. The person might actually come around and see
Mm,
things to cover. Like there might be a face saving in the future, right? But if you speak
yeah,
about it, you might actually close that door, right? So sometimes you might want to be very careful how much you say and not say.
mm,
Yeah, let me go to your question. The first question you said is, can we choose a gambit in two gambits from what we see? I think it's too.
mm,
I'm going to take a different look at this completely, right? I think it's too early to say that. I think spending 5 or 6 days to choose two people to get to the final in a 10-week program, I think that's unfair. I'm sorry. I
yeah,
think it's damn too short a time for you to draw conclusions on people.
mm-hmm,
Basically, what they want us to do is to lock two people in, right? After
mm,
staying there for 5 to 6 days. That's not enough time. I'm sorry. It's not enough time for me to give you my vote to take you all the way to the finals. I mean, knowing full
mm,
well they are not going to win, but it's too much enough time. It's too short a time, right? So names can be thrown there. Abby, Ricky, their names, but I'm sorry, I'm going to take my time on this one. I share your opinion on this season. I'm going to be a freelancer, right? I'm just going to not pick my tent anywhere else. And to the
yeah,
people that are saying that, is this a boring season? Is this not a boring season? You're the first 10 minutes of this show when you were talking about your perception of the entire show itself, right? And you
mm,
have some drawbacks. I mean, you have high hopes, but you also have some drawbacks, right? I share the
mm,
same opinion too. The thing is this: is 1 week enough for you to say a 10-week show is great or not? That's the question. However, there's a counter argument to that. If I know that first impression matters, and everyone says first impression matters, right? And I know
mm,
that first impression is the first week, right? So the
mhm,
first week is when everyone puts out themselves out there, right? That's when people
mhm,
show yourself, as they say, right? So that's when you're supposed to go crazy. If this is how crazy they can be, and then what am I supposed to expect in the coming weeks? Or are
exactly.
we saying that until they start seeing people leave the house before people will buckle up? Or do they need Ebuka to come shake tables or give a speech tomorrow that says the audience is not happy with you guys are not pulling your weight, this is the
Mhm,
dullest? Is that what is going to spur them to action?
mhm,
I don't know. See, you can't give what you don't have. That's my
mhm,
thing, right? So I don't even know if I don't want to call names so that I don't make people have bias, right? But some of
mm,
these housemates right now are great. Quite a number of them are not. And what I mean is,
yes.
there's nothing they can do beyond. You can't do more than yourself, right? You can't give what you don't have. So if you're not
Mhm,
entertaining, you're not entertaining. And to the issue about
mhm,
intellectual, Gerald's speech, I want to say something about because Mara mentioned it, right? About
yeah.
Gerald's speech. See, I made a comment in the comment section, right? I said, tell me the last time that an intellectual won the show. Glory, is there an answer to that question?
Last time was Lakon. I
and
think that's
that's
the
it.
last time I'm
And
remembering.
after Lakon, before Lakon, was anyone before him? No, right?
No.
Probably no, right? The way the show is structured is it doesn't. You have to be very. You have to be able to balance. If you're an intellectual, right? You have to also be able to have some entertainment with you. If you're just purely intellectual, I'm sorry, you will end up just being an intellectual. It's not like
Sure.
you become an Adekunle the first time you showed up, or you go
Mm-hmm.
into a Venita and the Adekunle show, right? And
Mm-hmm.
that's what it is. One more thing I want to say quickly, and again, I was reading the comments. People are talking about the guys are not shipping. They're expecting guys to ship, and they're not. I'm sorry, we are the same people that will come and say we don't want ships, right? Right. Okay. Yeah. They said Miracle's intellectual. I can't remember Miracle's season. So maybe it's an
Yeah.
intellectual. Maybe that's fine. Right. But the show really does not really support intellectuals. A very clear example is last season, right? Where you had an intellectual and then you had a person who had red dots in the forehead, right? Who played a script, right? And it was clear that playing that script, by the way, anyone who's trying to play that script now, that person is not smart. I'm sorry to say. If you are trying to play Mrs. Script in this season, so you didn't even allow multiple seasons before you come and rehearse that season again, right? I mean,
Exactly.
if you're going to play a script of someone else, that means you are going to play second fiddle, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
you can't play it more than the person that played it, unless you're going to add
Absolutely.
something and spice it up, right? You shouldn't be playing
Mm-hmm.
the same script immediately at the next season. It doesn't make sense, right? For
Mm-hmm.
example, after season 7, when White Money won, right? If you
Mm-hmm.
notice, seasons 8 and 9, all season and all that, and season 10, everyone was watching for a kitchen strategy, right? Because everyone,
Yeah.
like you literally know that. So why will you come and play Mrs. Strategy now? Like, that
Mm-hmm.
doesn't make sense to me. Well, in a nutshell, it's too early to draw conclusions. The only conclusions I can draw is that some people are trying to, it's like a marketplace right now, and everyone is
Mm-hmm.
trying to rise above the water. Like, it's good that we don't have a face that everyone is already saying this is the winner from face week 1. If there's one good thing about the season, is that not one person is, this person has locked it. Because for crying out loud, why will you lock the entire season in week 1? Then why should I watch the next 9 season, right? My brain is not, they're not going to task my brain. I mean, it's not interesting to me. So yeah. And for the Gambit thing I just said earlier, I said I think it's down to 5-6 days. It's unfair. It's really, really unfair. And if they people, of course, they're going to choose 2 people, right? Good luck to those people. I hope those people understand how to sell themselves and win lots of tasks, right? Because you're asking for those 2 people things that I don't know how many people have that in this house right now, right? Knowing that you can't win the $160 million naira, but still you want to sell your brand and all that. And it's one thing for you to give a speech to another housemate that is very, very composed, that you understand what Gambit is and all that, and you actually feel that I can sell my brand. It's another thing for you actually to carry it out, to carry that thing out to fruition, right? The house itself is so hostile, and it's not there yet, but it's so hostile that it leads people to start defending themselves. And after a while, I think the moment people start leaving the house, and it hits some people that this is real, right? The honeymoon period is over, right? And then, because by now, in the last 5 or 6 seasons, almost everyone knows that there is no eviction in the first week. Even if, do you know that when was the last time that someone was evicted in the first week? It's been a while. That's what I'm saying, that the housemates know that too. So they can be holding hands and singing Kumbaya and all that, right? But at the end of the day, it's going to come to an end. And again, I'm just hoping and praying that they do not fall our hands. But again, I'm a freelancer. I'm 100% like you here. No attachments, no nothing. I scrolled through the list. I looked at the 24 persons there. I was like, is there any of these people in the medical field? No. Okay, there's a pharmacist there, right? I looked at everything. I was like, is there anyone here that I can, for some reason, have a bias towards? But you know what? I'm scratching my head. I'm going to be very, 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 very objective this season. Thanks.
Great, David. Thank you so much. Can I play devil's advocate for production just for a bit? Yeah. And please feel free to fire back. So, with regards to the Gambit, right? I think the housemates this season, I think they've been fairly treated. And the reason I say so is if you do a flashback to the Shine Your Eye season, they had no idea that there was a wild card in the house until later. They were not properly informed. Then, number two, with the level up season, the housemates were not informed that there were two riders, I think that was their names.
Yeah,
and
Chomsy and sorry.
Exactly, Chomsy and the other girl. And then there were two fake housemates. That's four housemates.
Four people, yeah.
In total. Yeah, the housemates were not aware. But this season, these housemates, they've been given a heads up. The second day of the season, they were generously informed. I think they were even informed before they got into the house. I think, as I mentioned before, from their conversations, they already concluded that they were 22 when they are 24 in the house. And Big Brother informs them, oh, as you were already told, I think he used a line like that. So he informed them already, although he said somebody, maybe he told them one person. But Ebuka now told us during the nominations broadcast that it's two people. So I think they've been fairly treated. That's number 2 and number 3 points. Then number 4, as Ebuka normally does, and just as Big Brother also normally does, the first night in the house, the welcome speech and all that, Ebuka already told them in very strong words. The theme of the season is show yourself. Show yourself. If you're boring, viewers will kick you out. If you're this, they already gave them a strong warning, which is something that happens every season. These housemates are familiar with the show. If any of them is coming here season 11 to come and say, I don't know, they are bloody liars at this point. As a matter of fact, there are pictures all over the internet of the likes of Godessa and head of house, Chimsom. They are friends with Dotun. Yeah. They are friends with Dotun, ex-housemates. Godessa said today that Prince is her friend. Prince came for All Stars. He also came for the other Shine Your Eye season. So these housemates,
it's the same pool
they are so connected. They were talking about how, this ex-housemate as my friend advised me, I should do this. They know the show. They know the game. So they've been given a heads up. And I won't be shocked if some of them also know Ebuka. I'm not saying Ebuka is giving them expos, but they know each other. They attend similar events. They meet in the same public places. Exactly. So if I were to be an housemate to participate on the show this season, and I have all of these advantages to, all of these tips to my advantage, the moment I step into that house, I would do what Abby is doing. From the moment Abby walked into the house, Abby was already showing herself. She already irritated Temi that made her call everybody dyslexic. She was already irritating everybody. And every single day, there's no day that passes that Abby does not trigger someone. And she always says it, hey, I'm doing my own thing now. You two do your own thing now. Oh, that's how I am. She's showing herself. These housemates have been pre-informed. They've been reminded. They've been given all the tips that they need. They've been given all the ammunition. So as a housemate, what do? I am supposed to start playing the game the moment I enter the house because I know that there's no time. You understand? So I think, to be honest, Big Brother has been fair. Yeah.
So when you said the Shine Your Eye season, you're talking about Maria and Pere, right? Maria and Pere were the wild cards, right? And eventually they were like, if they could not get them, then they will stay, right? And they became this thing because they deceived them, right? Hey, so here's the deal. The thing is, it's one thing for you to know something. It's another thing for you to be able to influence it, right? So they are not the same thing. So in this scenario, this season, right? This Gambit issue, right? If you tell me that the people voting is not us, if the people that are going to vote, it's a very different situation if the people voting is actually the 24. It's among them that are going to make 2 people Gambits, right? And let me give you an example. What you said about Abby now, right? Do you think Abby's behavior will be exactly what she's doing right now if she's in the know that the people that will determine the Gambits is the housemates and not the audience? Do you think? I don't think so. I don't think so. So, do you think she will be more nice? Do you think this will be a case of getting the good books of everyone so that they nominate you so that you can become a Gambit? Do you understand where I'm going to? Right? I think that not only is you're right that by saying that it's good that Big Brother gave them all this information and all that, but at the end of the day, look at the examples we gave. Those four people in Chimsom season, Perry and Maria and all that. The issue of Perry and Maria, it was the housemates that had to decide if they were going to keep them or not because they could not get that information. It was in the hands of the housemates, right? This one is in the hands of the audience. That's where I'm going to. It's in the hands of the audience for just 5 days. So again, I'm sorry, but 5 days is not just enough. If you have a point, because even without the gambit issue, right? This is where your own point is very strong, right? Even if there was no gambit, right? Everyone that has been watching this show, right, knows that you have to put your best foot forward that first day. In fact, from the stage, some people start choosing faves, right? So the way you go in with a big bag, you carry like Ali Missy did last season and all that. You wear some rags, you wear goods. I was even expecting this season people will go without shoes. I was expecting someone to go there without shoes. No, I'm telling you, this is how much my expectation
without shoes, though. I think she went without shoes on the stage.
I'm talking of when I say without shoes, like people that are selling pure water, like people that are selling gala, right? That kind of like that story that these things were now in that game now, right? It's true that the first 3 to 4 days is when you lock it in, right? So it's a fact.
Yeah.
So they don't need someone to give them a gambit to play that game, that to be serious from day one. The moment by this Sunday, by tomorrow, right? The moment people are already making some people, they're already categorizing some people as furniture, right? They're already saying that this person is a furniture, basically. You got to that point because you didn't take your first impression. So I don't need a gambit to make me get a first impression. That's what I'm saying. My first impression is my first impression, regardless of if there's a gambit or not. The gambit, the problem with the gambit is, where I have my grasp with the gambit is that you're actually saying that people should go all the way to the finals just because of 5 or 6 days. That's what you're saying. So how does that behavior not make? How does that not rubber stamp people that have faith from day one or day two because they just saw something? That's actually giving more official backing to that behavior. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, Glory. You're officially now making it look like you gotta do whatever you do in your first 3 or 4 days is what takes you all the way to the finals. Meanwhile, there are some people that are slow starters, right? And it's just like that. There's some people that by week 3 or 4, that's when they peak, right? And if you're just saying those kind of people, they have no chance. Sorry, get out, right? So I hear your point. You have a point, right? I don't know if you heard my point too, right? That's what I'm saying. Like,
no, I totally understand you.
See, if you told me if what happened this season was that Big Brother said this is the twist. The twist is that we are not going to be voting for people to remain. We are going to be voting for people to get out. That is a major. That is now a game changer, right? If you tell me that every week we are voting for the last 3 people to get out of the house, then you will see how people are going to behave, because it's going to change everything, and you're going to have people are going to be doing their very best. When they don't pay rent, then Big Brother's house and they're not paying rent, right? Your house where you are, the background is beautiful. Your house where you are, right? That house where you are right now, you pay rent, right? Right? And when you pay rent, you have some stakes in the game, right? The fact that some of these people are not paying rent, I'm not saying that you start telling them to pay rent in some kind of form of points and all that. But when you have a stakes in something, your behavior is going to change. So anyways, we'll see how it goes. So there is good in the gambit, like you said, but there's also drawbacks to it, like everything in life, right? There's two sides to a coin. It's just I just don't want them to make it look like if you don't have a game in the first 2-3 days, it's game over for you. If that's the case, why doesn't Big Brother evict people in the first week? Because Big Brother himself knows that you're settling down, right? So in his mind, the first week is a week of settling down. So is that same week you want to choose 2 people when they are settling down? Oh God.
I totally understand you. And in a way, I kind of, oh wow, sorry.
It's time.
I totally understand you. And I didn't realize, was I charging I don't know if I was charging my device. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, in a way, I totally see your point. And where I'm also looking at your point from is the danger of viewers voting for the gambit emotionally or just by
Exactly.
face value.
Exactly.
Yeah, because that has been the only thing. That's been my only concern this week. I know housemates whom I feel will be very perfect to execute the gambit. I mean, for me personally,
Okay.
but then the question is, how many people are really watching the show? Because this task that Big Brother gave to us, the viewers, it will require viewers to actually really watch the show the way I am watching the show, the way other people are watching the show, people like me watching the show, where you're spending so much time watching and studying the housemate, right? But then it happens that people are busy in life. People have their jobs, their businesses. So how many viewers even have enough information to decide which of these housemates are truly
Exactly.
worthy of being the
Exactly.
gambit?
How many?
Yeah. How many? Like a lot of people are calling Flora's name, and I'm thinking, well, I don't see anything Flora is doing in
The
that
same
house
Flora that
yet.
you have been watching. Exactly right.
She's not doing anything yet. Yeah. And people are talking about Ricky, Ricky, Ricky. Well, the guy has potential,
He
but he's
does.
kind
He
of
does.
slow,
But it's slow.
you know.
Exactly
He's
right.
very slow. Yeah.
So
So I see your point.
yeah, but hey, like I say, if Big Brother says next season, for example, we're going to be voting people out, not keeping them in, I'm telling
Mm-hmm.
you, that is a game changer. Now people
Yeah.
are going to be like, oh my god, that means it's more of not I like you, but I do not like you. And
Yes.
they're actually not antonyms. Those things are not antonyms. They're actually very, very different things, right? Well, thanks for
Mm.
having me. Let me get out of the stuff.
Thank
Let me
you.
listen to other people.
Thank
So
you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, David.
oh,
Before I bring
Daisy Dream, sorry, Daisy Dream, EMV. Some people were like, "Am I the same person?" I'm the same person because they were asking questions about, "Is this the David that blah blah blah?" I am the same person, and yeah, thanks.
David is the celebrity that people are looking for. This is the David. This is him. This is him. The most sought after. That is him, yeah. Thank you so much, David. So I just wanted to chip this in whilst David was speaking that one way I feel, one way I feel like Big Brother could greatly utilize this gambit of an individual or these individuals is by by being the okay, what's the right word now? Giving them task, endless task. Because as much as we have talked about all the advantages of being a gambit, right? There could be the disadvantage as well. For example, now I'll still use Abby as an example. Abby is really fighting for her spot in the house, as we've seen this week, just as some other housemates, but she stands out. Hence the reason we keep on mentioning her name. Abby has really been fighting for her spot. She's been all going all out. She's been really playing according to the theme of the season. Now, there's a possibility that if she is chosen or voted for as a gambit by viewers, there's a possibility that she could relax and just decide that, all these days I've been fighting. Finally, I have gotten the prize, or I've gotten everlasting immunity in the house till the last day. So, what is there to fight for anymore? I'm not going to fight anymore. As human beings, we have the potential to be that way sometimes. Because why do you go for your 9 to 5? You go for your 9 to 5 because you want to earn money. If anybody tells you that, oh, I go to my 9 to 5 because I want to build my career, I want to build a potential, is it well, that could be like the bottom of the list. The first thing on the list is you want to earn money, right? Because you have bills to pay. So the moment you now get the money to pay all your bills forever and ever, the honest question here is, will you still go for your 9 to 5? The truth is 99% of the world's population will rather not go for any damn 9 to 5 anymore, because not everybody enjoys a 9 to 5. Some people don't even want to work. Some people just wants to chill and just enjoy the fruit of no labor at all. So my point is, anybody that has been working really hard this week, the moment they get the Gambis position, they might likely relax and just like, you know what, if you like, nominate me. I know I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere, right? So the only way we can really get full use of the gambits is if Big Brother takes control of their stay in the house so that they're not too relaxed because they've been given a golden ticket. It's like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. You know, you are inheriting the whole factory at this point. You're the landlord or landlady of the house. So you don't want them to become like a desical in the house. So what should Big Brother do or production? Give them task. Yeah. Okay, today, oh, you're supposed to ensure that this ship is scattered. Oh, you, today, oh, ensure that these people, they are angry, they are fighting. Give them things to do, keep them busy. They are working hard for that free ticket that they got. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Anyways, quickly, let's speak with Gracie. Gracie, you are welcome to the conversation. Guys, if you want to join, please click the link in the comment section. All right. Yes, Gracie, you're welcome. Once again, your microphone is muted.
Hi, Glory. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You're welcome. I'm going to keep quiet because there's an echo back on your end. So I'm going to keep quiet. All right. Please go ahead.
Hi, Glory. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you. Please go
Okay,
ahead
for
and
some
speak.
reason, I think my sound is not linked to yours, so I can't really hear what you're saying. So I'll just go ahead and speak. Glory, so nice to finally get to speak to you. I've been a silent watcher for some time now. Um, I just want to talk about the video that you uploaded. I think probably the first day, the stance that you have now with the show going forward, hopefully, that you will be not a defender, just an analyst. I think it's a good one and I hope it sticks. Because I think last year was when I really engaged with your work as an analyst and I thought it was very admirable. And obviously, you're very intelligent and I think you're just well rounded compared to the bloggers that we are mostly exposed to. But I think, and I hope this is not offensive, right? But I
Mhm.
think where you lost me a bit last season was when it looked like, there were certain housemates that were being defended more than others, and it just seemed like they were of priority. And by the way, I did like that particular housemate, right? Um, but yeah, for me, it was just a bit weird. And then secondly, I just want to comment on people basically comparing last season and this season and just saying that this season is boring and by this time last year there was a lot
Yeah.
going on. Also, I don't know, for some reason I'm a bit frustrated by the housemates, the former housemates from last year that I feel like there's a bit of cloud chasing with this particular new season that I don't like because, like, your time is over. We watched you and it was great. But I don't think that 5 days is enough to rule out this season as boring. I think it's refreshing in its own way. I don't think it's as slow as everyone is making it to be. There's actually a lot there if you really pay attention. I know that
Mhm.
people that like aesthetics are a bit frustrated, especially with the girls. They feel that they're wearing rappers and they're not really looking good. But I think there's some bits in there that we be getting something out of the likes of nature and whatever else. And I also
Mhm.
feel that sometimes, like I think for example with last season, I like last season, I think most of us do. We love it, it was great, it was chaotic. But I
Yeah.
think that when you get is it Basbos in the first week, like first day, sometimes it comes off as a bit disingenuous because it's like you don't really know each other. So what are you really fighting about? So I don't think that we can use the lack of bass bows as it making the season boring. So I think there's a good chance if the housemates come to the party and people like Chimsom, if I'm saying his name right, stop being too much. I don't know why he was saying people must have a prayer. That for me was just, it was ridiculous. I don't know what that was about. And
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, I think so far so good. I think people must just give it a chance and it'll pick up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I really don't. And in terms of the gambit thing, I am not sure that the viewers really understand the importance of that twist because I saw that with some people that are saying Flora should be voted as one, it was more
Hmm.
of she's using a strategy of like a former housemate, and we mustn't make her win, and for us to kind of like frustrate her fan base attempts, if she has any, we must just make sure she doesn't win. I'm not even sure that I think that she would win the season, so I don't think that's a good enough reason to make her a gambit. But yeah,
Hmm.
so far so good, Glory. Keep doing what you're doing. We support you. We love
Thank
you,
you.
and very nice to finally speak to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Gracie. Thank you so much. Don't go anywhere because, of course, I'm going to respond to one of the first things you said. All right. I think I need to reiterate this point because I think sometimes a lot of people get it all mixed up. Right. So I always say this every season that what this community, this brand, frankly speaking, with Gloria Elijah stands for is facts. That's why when I used to give all those my long intros, I would say, oh, if you're looking for factual, accurate, unbiased, unfiltered analysis of these types of shows, reality TV shows, this is where you get it. What I mean by factual, unbiased, and all of that is I try to give people clarity of situations that happen, especially in the Big Brother house with the show in general. And why do I do that? I do that because of the dangers of a single narrative. A single narrative could be one viewer that has a fave in the house. You want your fave to be loved, to be supported, and to win. And so you will do whatever it takes to not only sabotage, but to destroy the reputation. I don't have any qualms about it if fans wants to destroy or sabotage the games of housemates just to project their faith. But where I have a problem is where they want to destroy the reputation and the lives of other housemates by spewing certain diabolical lies. So I've watched the show for years and I've seen that happen over and over again. So I took it upon myself that my analysis will be very, very in depth in the sense that what other people are afraid of saying, I will say it. What other people are shying away from exposing, I will expose it. And that is also one of the reasons why it seems like sometimes I'm always coming at production or attacking Big Brother or for me, the truth must stand. Because also, we can all agree that sometimes production holds a tight lip on certain situations. I'll give an example. During the No Lose Guard season, is it Wani or Handi's allegations against Ben of sexual allegations? Till tomorrow, production never addressed it. They did not say anything about it. So what did I decide to do? Cases like that, I will talk about it. And not just talking about it, I will give clarity to the situation if I have the evidence. I will also use my platform to educate these fans, these fanatics, about the dangers of spewing lies about people, all because of a TV show. Because it's never worth it. The show will end, everybody will go about their daily lives, right? Now, with this particular housemate you talked about last season, Faith, of course, you said you found it weird. Anybody who has been following my channel for the longest time knows that the same thing I did last season is the same thing I've been doing other seasons. I do not cover lies. I do not cover conspiracies. I do not cover cheating or marginalization of any sort. I do not cover hypocrisy. I expose it. That is the core of my brand. I keep receipts and I expose it. That is what I do. And you will also agree with me, if you want to, that last season, all of these things I mentioned, there was a multitude of them. Hypocrisy, deliberate move to destroy someone's life and career and hard work with diabolic lies. At the end of the day, did these housemates call me behind the scenes to come and pay me money or say, Glory, thank you for defending me? Only a few of them do it. But I don't care. It's nothing to me. But for me, that is my brand. Do I receive backlash for it? I do. These toxic fans, I don't want to even show you my DM. I don't want to show you how many people I've blocked on YouTube. I'm not bragging, but I've blocked over 300 people on YouTube. On Twitter, I've blocked over 1,000 people on Twitter. I block people. For me, I'm not going to, if I die today, am I going to carry my channel? No. But for me, that is the core of my brand. Expose injustice, expose the lies, but let us have fun. Let us enjoy the game. But a lot of these toxic fans, they do not see it that way. For them, if they even have the opportunity to kill people, they will do it just because they are defending a faith. That is toxicity at its peak. So what do? I use my platform to give people the information that they need so that it will help them navigate their emotions when they are watching the show or making judgments about certain housemates. So it is never about Glory likes one housemate more than the other, or Glory is defending one housemate more than the other. If you see me dwelling on a particular housemate's case, it is because all over the internet, all over social media, they are canceling that particular housemate either for a thing that they did not do. But if a housemate did something and people are trying to cover it, it is still me that will use my own mouth to expose it. So for me, I'm not getting paid for any of these things. I get handlers of housemates every season who send me DMs at the start of the season or in the middle of the season asking me, oh, Glory, how much will you charge for PR for this particular housemate? This season, this week alone, I've received a DM, but I do not respond. Do you know why I don't respond most of the time? Because if I respond, this is the age of AI. Somebody can go and screenshot it and then they will now write what I did not write. So I don't even respond. I ignore it. I get emails, I get DMs. Oh, Glory, we need you to help us. PR. I don't do it. For me, I love my conscience clear. So if what I do made you feel weird, I'm sorry, I can't help it. It is the core of my brand. I do not have any affiliations to any fan base, and I don't want it. I'm not after that. I do not want it. So the core of my brand is integrity. It is honesty. It is telling the truth the way it is. If it makes people feel uncomfortable, I'm sorry. Maybe this community is not where it should be. But if that is your thing, you're welcome. All right. So Gracie, apologies that I rubbed you off the wrong way, but that is what we do here, and I can't change. So me now saying this season that I am going to completely detach myself from any housemate is because I have not come to realize by certain experiences that, well, some of these housemates don't even deserve my time or energy. Because I end up doing all of those things, I get a lot of backlash. But at the end of the day, what happens? I'm not looking for appreciation. I'm not looking for acknowledgement, but the disrespect, yeah, I won't say more than that. But anyways, that is that. And thank you so much, Mara. Mara saying, in life, I never want to be surrounded by yes individuals or people who will gladly watch me miss the way. Glory Elijah is not a yes woman. No. I'm a divergent. If everybody is going right, me, I'm going left. That is how I am. So never ever expect that, oh, because everybody is wearing white, I'll wear white. I'm the one person that will wear black. That is how it is for me. Okay. Let's speak with Asmao. Asmao, you are welcome to the conversation. How are you?
Hi, Glory. How are you too?
Welcome.
I'm fine. You know what, Glory, at the end of the day, I just feel that the more we're watching this show, I think I'm not too sure, it's just a hypothesis. I think that the toxicity of the show will be reducing.
We
You
hope
understand
so.
what I think that's why I say it's just a hypothesis. I might be wrong, I might be right. That's why I use the word I think.
Yeah.
Right? Well, okay, quickly moving on to this gambite, whatever. To be honest with you, Glory, I don't like it.
Why don't you like it?
Very good, very good question. Now, over the years, at least, if I tell you that I watched Big Brother from Ebuka's time, will you believe it?
I will believe you.
So it's not been long. Hey, it's not been long. Me too. I started trying to analyze the show. Built a channel. I was trying to analyze the show and all of that. Yeah. So over the years, looking at the transparency of this show is declining as the day is going by. Is declining. Right. So you see this. But I didn't know we must watch sharp. Now, I see this Gambite thingy, right? When you look at it, you're an analyst, a very good one at that. Over the time, one move will make us change our mind towards a particular person. And there's one thing that people don't know about this Gambite thing. It automatically means that the person is not running for the money again. He's no longer in the game for the 160 million. I hope you guys are knowing that's the Gambite thingy. I mean, a lot of people have ignored that part. Yeah. So now we might end up voting someone to be in the Gambit. And at the end of the day, we might end up falling in love with that. Yeah, Gambit. And then at the end of the day, we might end up falling in love with that person. What have we done? Are you getting what I'm trying to say to you? Okay, see, like I heard one of your subscriber was talking about during the time of Perry or something like that. Along the line, we somehow fell in love with Perry. But at the beginning, we didn't like him. We thought he was a villain. Right? So, but eventually, somehow, let me speak for myself anyway. But eventually, towards the ending of the show, I liked Perry. I genuinely liked Perry. I don't know if I'm trying to say it to you. Yeah. So that this whatever Gambite thingy, I don't like it because it will rub off some people that have a high chance to win that 160 million. Are you getting me? I see like something that at the end of the day, at the end of the day, we're not careful as subscribers, we might end up regretting just locking in someone to just entertain us in the show when the person might have the potential or might have what it takes to win that money. Are you getting me? Have you seen it towards this direction?
No. I listen. I totally see your point, and I agree with you. However, this is gonna be like a statement and a question at the same time. Please feel free to answer. Right? Don't you think that because every year we get housemates who say, "Oh, I came to showcase my brand. I came to sell myself." Some people will say, "I came for the money." The likes of Mercedes. Mercedes says that she's the breadwinner of her family, so she came for the money. The likes of Barry said he wants to come and showcase his brand. So these are two different. Yeah, so these are two different individuals. So Barry already is gunning for the Gambit. Nomi wants to be the Gambit. Abby is in between. Oh, I want it, I don't want it. Some of the housemates are like, oh, I'm scared. They are unsure. They are not even, some of them don't even know what a Gambit means or what a Gambit should do. So uncertainty is making them panic. So my question to you is, what if a housemate wishes to be voted to be a Gambit, right? But then they are not giving that opportunity, and then they are evicted. Before the third week.
So far, see, Glory, you're good at this thing, right? Like, to be honest, I'm not trying to flatter here, but like one person I watch, I am picking up from your footprint. But this is it, my dear sister. When you look at these people that want to be Gambit, to be honest with you, this is just the first week. I understand you might say it's too early to make conclusion. They don't stand a chance, baby. I don't know if I'm trying to say to you. I don't stand it. I don't see Nami winning that money. I don't see Mary winning that money. I'll be in between, right? So from just first week, you get what I'm saying, yeah? For me, first week, I won't say it anyway. I have 5 people I've locked down already. I don't know if I'm trying to say to you for the 160 million. But you see these people that you just mentioned, they are not inside those 5 people I locked down, my dear sister.
Let me ask
you
this.
So they deserve it.
Sorry, let me ask you this. How can you tell? Because I think you just, I'm trying to paraphrase what you said. You don't see this person winning the money. You don't see this person winning the money. How can you tell? What are you seeing that we are not seeing?
Abby, good question. Now, for me, when it comes, the thing about this show is that it's a very unpredictable thing, yeah? So when you see a certain thing that the person is showcasing, I don't see it, how do I put it for you? Like low-key, I follow matching patterns and insight. That's the way I see things. Match, because whether we like it or not, like you always say, self-glory, there are human beings who are alike, whether we like it or not. Not that we're necessarily copying each other, but we're alike. Are you getting what I'm trying to say to you? In as much as yes, situations changes, but when you look at the matching patterns from the beginning of the history to now, those people don't have that potential, Mama. Just like you said, what is Barry really like? Barry, I don't know. I'm trying to say to you, yeah. Not me herself. Like I just don't see them like people that have potential to win because in as much as we always have this conversation back and forth, we agree and disagree with each other, there's just something that just keeps repeating itself whether we like it or not.
Can I tell you this for
Are
free?
you getting what I'm trying to say to you?
Yeah. Can I tell you this for free? Yeah. So, last season, no, not last season. During the No Lose Guard season, do you know who I thought was going to win? Honestly, like based on just off-head first impression on the stage, I genuinely thought Onyeka was going to win. Do you know why? Because when you look at it's like when you meet someone for the first time and off the top of your head, you're just like, this one looks like a hard guy. Oh, this one looks like a baddie. You know, we are allowed as human beings to have like a first impression off the top of our head, right? So I looked at Onyeka on the stage and she was the first thing I felt like, okay, this one would take the money. But then who won? Kelly Ray. I swear, like in my wildest dreams, up until fourth week, I did not think Kelly Ray was going to win. I did not.
I knew he was going to win because they came with something different. The marriage kind of thingy. Yeah.
No, hold on. I'm just telling you, this was not based on, I already know that, they are playing this strategy. No, you just see someone. You don't think, do you understand? So that's why I asked you that question. Like, what did you see? Like, off the top, this is the first week. The first week is not even complete. So let's say the first few days of seeing the housemaid. Because you said, when you just saw the housemaid, you just knew that this one does not have what it takes to win, right? So I'm assuming you made that conclusion in the first few days, like maybe day 1, day 2, or maybe even on the day of the launch show. So that's why I'm asking you, what did you see that made you get to that conclusion? Like, I don't think this one has what it takes to win. What did you see?
Maybe I'll say body language, countenance. Also, is something that I could. Okay, now like for that of Barry, there was something I just kind of, for me, it was something I observed. Now, when he got on the stage on that launch show, for some odd reason, the audience were cheering at him. Are you getting me? Did you notice it? I don't know if you noticed that part. The audience were Barry. Did you see they were cheering on him? Do you notice they were cheering on him?
It was because of the song, Mr. Barry.
Okay. Oh, so it just synchronized with his name. Oh, yeah. I actually thought they were cheering him on. And to be honest with you, he was surprised. Are you getting what I'm trying to say to you? He was, you understand? But if he was that sharp, he would have just, he would have just blended in. I don't know what I'm trying to say to you. Are you getting me? You would have just blended in, and that will make a mark. I don't know. There's something about this show so far. First impressions have sort of won our hearts. You see, when you're even talking about Kelly Ray and Onyeka, them, if you look at it, Onyeka was just someone that just came in with her sister. When you look at Kelly Ray, the fact that he came in with his wife, see, that's something very peculiar. Looking at our current society, where African society, or even Nigeria, to be more specific, where a husband cannot come to that kind of show with his wife. You know what I mean now? Yeah.
So, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
So there's just this first impression that just like, I don't know how to put it for you. There's just this first impression that just kind of clicks. Now, unfortunately for these people, they are indoors and they don't know what is really going on. Ironically, let me speak for myself still, right? For some odd reason, I want to see sheep this season. But last season, I didn't want to see any sheep. I was not interested.
Why do you want a sheep this season?
I don't know. I don't know. If you ask me, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe because the guys are fine. So I don't know. I don't know if maybe that is why I want a sheep. I just want to see how the dynamics is going to go on. Because I hope the girls are just holding themselves. I don't know. There's so much pretending. It's like there's so much dead strategy going on there in the house. I don't know if you've noticed it. Yeah, there's a lot of dead strategy, where the war, I don't know if you know what I'm trying to say to you, yeah?
I noticed it.
So there's a lot of dead strategy. So now, when we bring out the real colors of those ladies is when they enter ship, glory, wait and see. You know, all of
Okay.
them are pretty. I don't
No
know what I'm trying to
worries.
say to you. You can see Shiba, the way she's doing. I don't understand what she's doing around Tran. I like, you know, see, what's her name today, this morning, that she was busy trying to secure her position with Araga, the goddessa now. You know, did you
You know
watch
what
that
I
their
think.
conversation in the morning? Mm.
See, I think we should look, and this is what I'm trying to key us into. I want us to lock into this, right? I think we should see
Mm.
beyond the regular strategies of shipping and instead look at another exciting approach. What do I mean? It's a regular thing in Big Brother shows. A boy and girl, they meet each other, they like each other, they start kissing, they are a couple, they are a ship, they have a fan base, shippers council. But this season, it could make for very interesting dynamics, right? For example, Shiba is, oh, I think she's 30 or over 30. She has a
33,
son.
33.
Yeah, she has a
Mm.
son who is over, I think, 4 years, over 4 years, probably seven or thereabouts. She has a son. Now, Tram, on the other hand, is a very young boy. I think he's 21 or 22, and he is
Mm.
married to a white
Are you
girl.
serious?
Yes, he's married.
Like,
He married
seriously?
to a white girl. It was very controversial, I think, sometime last year after he had that car accident. And when you listen to
Mm.
both their conversations, you can see the age difference, the mental age
Yeah,
difference.
yeah, yeah,
Shiba
yeah, yeah.
speaks like a mother that is doting on a younger child, or maybe an older sister that is doting on a younger brother. Tram, on the other hand, is a very, I don't want to say he's a small boy. He's a young boy or a young man, even though he's married, which I feel is just so young for him to marry. Like, what do you know about marriage? Your frontal lobe, is it very much developed to be married? Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is, when you listen to their conversations, you can tell that Tram is trying so hard to prove that he can chase or be around a
Shiba.
woman like Shiba.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
if you now want to think about sheep this season, I think the
Mm.
angle we should be thinking from is, what will the relationship dynamics look like between these two people from two different age groups?
Mm.
Will it even work? Remember, Tram, he's married, and every time he talks about his wife, it's like she's a crazy person, she can do anything if he cheats on her, blah blah blah. Do you
Yes,
understand?
yes. There's a high
Also,
level of toxicity. Mm.
exactly. And also, he is flirting with so many girls. Currently, he's on Blutopia's case. There's that angle
Exactly.
to it. So there is that one, right? And then there's
Mm.
also other people in the house. So if you want to get a ship, if you want to be really involved in a ship, I'm thinking we could look at another exciting approach instead of the usual kissing. How about we have a throuple?
Yeah.
How about we have a polyamorous relationship, like what Godessa is trying to do with Araga?
Yes, yes,
You know,
yes.
Chelsea
That's
wants to
true.
get
Yeah.
herself into that equation, and
Kamsi
Araga is
seriously has a
saying,
crush on Araga.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. It's
and
serious. Like,
Araga.
I thought it was a joke, but that girl is taking it too serious.
Now, hold on. Araga is saying he's going to reject it. Godetta is
Mm.
saying she's going to stand as a bridge or as a blockage between them. So we're
Yeah.
looking at situationships like that that are going to result into entanglements, not necessarily a consensual triangle, you know. So I'm
Yeah.
thinking we should think outside the box this season and not just be looking forward to just regular shifts,
So
because to be
true.
honest,
So true.
it's going to be boring.
Just something similar to what is that Mbadiwe twins and Onyeka and then Victoria, something similar to that kind of triangle. You know that, so that triangle that kept those people to the end.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
so yeah, I understand. I get you. I get you. But it's so disappointing that most of these housemates have link with the ex housemates. But when they come in, well, like they always say, when you come into the house, the whole dynamics change. When they come in, they act as if they are so, I don't know, as if they are just confused. Like, well, I think they were not there, so we can't conclude.
My sister, the people I blame for all of that is still production, because now they have given validity or credibility, rather, if I do say so myself, they've given credibility to the speculation that there is a long waiting list for people who want to be on the show. I'll give an example with Araga. Araga was having a conversation, I think on Monday or Tuesday, with someone, and he made mention that he was supposed to be on BB Titans. He had already bought his flight ticket, And then he said he had bought a lot of things. He was supposed to be on that show. He said he had done everything and all. And then I think the camera has moved away from him. But we know
Mm,
the end of that story. He wasn't on the show. And
yeah.
damn, really? And the same thing happened with the likes of White Money. That one said whether he say he don't pay money since he was waiting for his turn. The Coros and Emmanuel, they said they had been on a list, they were waiting. So now
That's what I was telling you. As the
production
years go by,
is ready
the
to take
show
off.
is going. Yes, the show is losing its credibility. It's looking more like nepotism. Did you get? It's looking like nepotism at play. You get what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
so
That's why I say
it's
over the
exhausting.
years. Oh, it's exhausting, honestly. You're very correct.
It's
So that's why me,
exhausting.
I try not to get too attached to the whole thing in it too personal. You understand?
Yeah. All right. Thank
Mm.
you so much. Thank you so much,
I
Asma. There are
bet.
other
Thank
people
you for
waiting.
bringing me on.
Yeah.
Thank you. Right.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Mhm.
Thank you so much. All right. Let's speak with Timothy, my brother.
Hi, Glory.
Oh my God. Virtual hugs for you.
I
Virtual hugs.
know, right? Virtual hugs for you too. How have
Thank
you
you so
been?
much. I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you
You
so
know what?
much.
I was very excited when I saw you analyzing this season because at first I was worried and I'm like, hey, ever since you said you are not going to analyze Big Brother, the South African version, I was worried also for the Big Brother Naija because you never seem to have communicated anything to do with its analysis as well. So I was worried. I'm like, okay, this new season of Big Brother, how are we going to actually follow it through if Glory is not going to analyze it? I was so worried. But when I
I have
saw
a
your
story to
video, I
tell.
was excited. Oh my goodness, I was so excited. Very much excited.
Thank
And
you. I have a story to tell. Don't worry. I will tell that story after the show.
I wanted to ask something personal though before like I go on with my analysis. Pardon my
Okay.
background, it's a bit raining now, so there's a bit of some background. So I wanted to
Okay.
ask about your. You said something which really spoke to my heart. You said last season you got a bit of concerns from, I don't know, is it fans, is it fanatics or what? Because this
Yeah.
season you say you're not going to provide so much of the receipts, you're not going to do so much of the intro things and all that. I was worried. I'm like, okay, what happened to my Glory? I think she needs to share with us. So maybe something. We need to know what happened to her. Could you kindly give a bit of details? I don't know.
I will try. I'll see what I can do. I will try.
Yeah, that would be
Okay.
very nice. Because I was like, hey, what could have happened to Glory? I mean, she has always done the Lord's work and she has always provided receipts and all that. And of course, you equally said something along not doing too much for housemates anymore. So I was like, okay, what could have happened? Could maybe Glory have been let down in any way or something? I don't know. It somehow touched me and I wanted to ask for a bit of more detail.
Hmm.
Yeah, so
I will try. Yeah.
do you mind maybe throwing a shade around that? I don't know.
Yes, but I won't do that today, all right, because it's very personal. So I think it's something that will happen maybe after the show, like when the season ends, then I'll feel like more comfortable to, you know. But I'll think about it and then I'll think about how to, yeah, I will do something about it.
That would be nice. I look forward to that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm still doing much more of the observations now. Of course, I'm following through your analysis and all that. But I've not so much seen the direction where this new season is taking. I've not so much seen the direction. It's not giving me so much of excitement yet.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to observe. I mean, it's pretty much the first week. But my one thing I can say is the guys this season, the guys look good. They look fine. They look amazing. They seem to have come well more prepared than the ladies. The ladies, I just don't
Yeah.
understand them. The ladies, no, 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 no. Apart from a few, of course, a few people like maybe Shiba. I love Shiba. Um, I love Neche, though she's too sensitive and too emotional, but I love her. I love, is it Bluthopia? The names are weird. Is it Bluthopia? She's lovely. She looks good. These other
Yeah.
ladies who are giving off Fina vibes, I don't like them. I've not gotten their names well, but they seem to want to play Fina's script. with that whole
Yes.
ghetto
Oh
kind of
yeah.
thing.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Flora. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. But the guys, I really so much like the guys this time. They seem to have their game well, like they seem to be very well put in place. Though there's something about Aiku. You actually mentioned it in one of your videos recently when you were giving Gerald his flowers about that Wager presentation. I don't know. He seems to kind of be getting lost now. And yet at first he came off as if he's good, he's analytical, he has good grammar and things like that. But of late he seems to kind of like get lost. I don't know. Am I the only one observing that? Or maybe the house is overwhelming for him. But he seems to kind of now be in the shadows. What do you think, Glory?
You're
Aiku.
talking about Gerard.
No, I mean Aiku. Aiku,
Oh,
Aiku.
Aiko. Yeah. So, Aiko is
Mm-hmm.
actually
Mm-hmm.
playing a script this week. It's a gameplay because during his diary session, I think it was on Monday, Big Brother
Ah,
asked him, did
was
you
that when he
remember?
said that he wants to do more of being babied by the ladies and being taken care of?
Yes. And he said he doesn't want to be popular. So he took the back seat this week so that he said he doesn't want to get on anybody's bad side. He already informed the viewers,
Ah,
yes.
I see. I remember that there is actually watched that there session where he was giving
Yeah.
us, professor vibes. I recall. Oh, okay. So, but Gerard did well. No one could see him doing that. I was amazed. I'm like, damn, this
Yeah.
guy could do this nice. But let us not be too quick to say that maybe it's a boring season. Let's just give it a bit of time, especially with Biggie's twists. I love Biggie's twists, but I'm not sure if the bit of gents versus ladies thing will play out. But I love Biggie's twists. Let's just see how the season pans out. But I think it's maybe quite too early for us to say it's boring. Let's just give it a bit of more time.
Yes.
But
Yes.
thank you for doing the Lord work as always, doing the analysis. Whenever I see your videos popping up, Glory, I'm always excited. And
Thank
you
you.
give them all your best, you give them all, like you never leave out any single details. Like you're
Thank
so
you so
amazing. You're so
much.
observant, you notice a whole lot and you dish it to us just like we always want. So for that, we are so grateful. Just know
Thank
sometimes you may
you.
not be able to comment, but even through your tweets themselves give us a lot of information, because you
Yes.
tweet back to back as you watch the show. So they are
Yeah.
always helpful. The videos are always helpful. Though somehow, Glory, you somehow
Yes.
neglected your Telegram channel. You no longer comment.
Um, Timothy, my God, it's a lot.
I
Yo,
know.
it's a lot. See, yeah, every like sometimes I wish I could do like a vlog of my daily routine every Big Brother Naija season. It is
Mm-hmm.
chaotic. Like it is
Mm-hmm.
mighty chaotic. I sometimes I can't even eat. I can't even.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's chaotic, yeah. But I would try. I would try. The reason we created that Telegram group is to
Mm-hmm.
create like a chatting space for the community. I'm going to try and see how I can share that link on one of my videos in the comment section. I'll pin it, all right. It's just for it's because a lot of people requested for it. They wanted a space where they're watching the show, something happens, and they just go and gist with a community of people who also enjoy watching the show. So I'm going to
Yeah.
share that group link again. It still exists, all right. But the problem
Of
is
course, I'm
because I
always
have
there
to,
active.
yeah, because I have to
Mm-hmm.
pay attention to the show. I can't be there permanently, chatting and
Mm-hmm.
interacting
Mm-hmm.
because I also have to, watch the show. Yeah.
I
So it's for the
understand.
community.
Yeah. So as I seal this off, Glory, I wanted to how are you going to take good care of your health this time round? Because I mean, you've done a whole lot of work to lose the weight. You look amazing. I
Thank
mean,
you.
with the other page of ours, simply Glory Elijah. Of course, I was following through everything. Your workouts, your 1 meal a day, and all the sacrifice you've made to lose this weight. And I know
Yeah.
whenever it's Big Brother season, it's a lot of it's too much. I mean, you don't sleep enough, you don't eat
Yeah.
healthy, you don't work out as you love, and all that, and you find yourself adding too much weight. Is there maybe a bit of a strategy this time you've come up with so that you don't at least add on too much, even if you add?
Oh, absolutely. I completely changed my diet. and it's a
Mm-hmm.
very strict diet of just proteins and fiber. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And your juices, the
My
smoothies.
oh my god. Yeah. Sorry, hold on, please. So
It's okay.
yeah, I changed my diet to just proteins and fiber, and that is what I am keeping on currently. So
Mm-hmm.
it's been working for me. It's been helping me. Yeah,
You
basically,
don't do
it's
any
been
carbs,
helping me. Yeah, yeah, it's working.
not even plantain.
No, I mean anything proteinous. That's what I am on now. That's what I'm
Okay.
having. Yes, so that I do not store any unnecessary fats in my system. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I'm doing. And it's been helpful. And I've also tried to extend my sleep time because back as at last year and previous years, I used to have just maybe 2 hours of sleep or sometimes no sleep at all. But now
Mm-hmm.
I have started prioritizing my sleep. So I sleep well.
Oh, okay. So you won't be giving us the duvet, the under the duvet bit of content.
I don't know. I don't know. But don't worry. See ya. Yeah, yeah. No, but I'm
Oh,
really proud of my progress. I am really taking care of myself now. And when I think about it, I'm like, why did you think about all of these things in previous season? So I'm
mm-hmm.
managing myself well now, and I think it's
Are you
better.
are you able to do some bit of workouts though?
Oh, yes, actually, I worked out twice this week. Normally, I work out like 5 days in a week. But
Mm-hmm.
this week, since the show started, I worked out once this week. I worked out yesterday, by the ways, when the house was really boring in the afternoon. I did some intense workout, and I'm still
From
feeling the,
home.
the pains all over my body. But I'm happy because I'm doing what I set out to do this season. So yeah,
You
it's
you
helping.
you did the workout from home or you went to the gym?
No, at home. I think I showed on my other videos some of my
I
workout
saw. I
equipment.
saw. Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, on
Maybe
my
when we
second
see
channel, and I've bought
and all
some
those things.
more equipment. Yeah.
Okay, I love the resilience, Glory. I love the resilience. Yeah, so
Thank you.
that is it. Thank you very much. Just know Amore is in the background. Thank you so much. I'm so proud of you, and let's roll.
Thank you so much, Timothy. I feel like I was just speaking to my brother that's checking on my health and
Mm-hmm.
fitness progress. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
but of course, above everything else, above the analysis and everything, we care about you. Especially I do care about you.
Thank
I so
you.
much do, and I want you to be in a proper state of mind. However much you're doing
Yes.
all these things, so that you're okay, your mental health is in check, and all those things. That's why I took it personal to ask what exactly happened last season. Who is that wanted to do something to my glory? Who does the Lord's work?
Thank you.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
you're welcome. Bye for now.
Thank you so much. Bye. Thank you. Oh my days, Timothy. Thank you so much, Timothy. Okay, guys, we're gonna be rounding off this live stream in a few minutes. So we're gonna speak with Fifi now. And if there's any other person that wants to do one final contribution, you can join and be the last speaker. All right. Okay. Fifi, you're welcome back.
Thank you, Glory. I was still laughing at Timothy. Timothy is definitely a Ugandan.
Oh,
the,
is that his
the
accent?
questions reminded me of like my family members. They will want to ask you each and everything, like how is, but he did well. He did well. He did well. I came back basically because of the lady that spoke before Timothy. I didn't catch her name. Uh,
Yeah.
so her argument about the gambit, saying it wasn't a good gameplay. I don't agree with her take, and I don't think she probably like looked at the positive side of what the gambit could do, especially being that, in her own words, looking at the first show and already looking at housemates whom she feels like oh, Barry will never win the show or won't win the show. I believe that is quite unfair. We do not know what Barry is going to unfold in the coming weeks. But
True.
coming and looking at her analysis, I believe that very analysis she had is the reason as to why the gambit is very important this season for people like Barry. If you are
Mm.
already looking at some housemates and thinking, no, there is no way this person will win the show. But again, the show has just started. We do not know. Barry might be the one to give us the throuple. He might be the one to give us the polyamorous relationship we are looking forward to this season.
Mm-hmm.
So if Barry became the gambit, it now secures him that much as he has already been stereotyped as the kind that will never win the show, he still has the chance not to be voted out of the
Mm-hmm.
show. And that's why the gambit is very important this season. So I believe people should know this gambit is very, very crucial, very critical, and very good. You have to look at it this way. For someone to have a chance to showcase their talent for
Mm-hmm.
how many weeks are they in the house? 10 weeks is a
Mm-hmm.
very big deal, especially when it comes to endorsement deals. Let's look beyond the fan base.
Yeah.
Let's look at more important, the social capital that is going to come with it. I believe that is where we need the gambit. Very many seasons, when you look at that season of Kelly Ray, a lot of these seasons, some winners have been predestined from outside. People before entering the house, they've already had their group, their team, which is a huge force that is going to fight on building for them a strong fan base, on creating narratives, especially
Mm.
in this world whereby we are all working. So there are very few people who have the time to sit down and watch the show. A lot of us watch this show through social media. Therefore, what we see on social media is what guides how we support, how we vote, and all of that. And so there are people who have worked harder than the devil before even the show started. People like the White Manies, the Kelly Rays, I believe they created those solid things that by the time the show started, they slowly rose through their management of their handlers and what to win the show eventually. So it leaves people who are probably more deserving, people who probably we feel like played this game and might have deserved the chance. That is what the Gambit is doing for us this season. My only
Mm.
letdown was that it was such an unfortunate thing that we had to pick the Gambit in this first season. I mean, in this first week, sorry, because again, there are people who are slow burners. There are people who get stage fright. Like you enter the house and then it's going to take you some time to adjust. Therefore, those characters are on a disadvantage because they are likely to miss out on an opportunity that could have changed their life. Thus, if in
Mm.
the coming weeks they become interesting, unfortunately, they will have to be voted out if they don't eventually have the star power for the money. But then again, you look at people like Abby who have given us an insight into their strategy. So she will be at an advantage if she ends up becoming a gambit. Because again, her personality, people might predict maybe she won't win the show, but she can be a good gambit. So I
True.
believe that is why the gambit is very strategic. It's a very new spin on this show. It's a good thing because it makes it like, for once, I believe like you don't need to win the show to still enjoy the show and its proceeds. And then I wanted to slowly touch up on the shipping convo, especially how the dynamics of ships in the house, how I'm seeing these ships forming. I like the fact that the guys this season are taking their time. And there is a way they are moving in this nonchalant way, in this, they are really respecting themselves. Let me put it that way. That
Mm-hmm.
has made me not enjoy the only blooming, I'm not calling it a ship, because it's not a ship, it's not even fit to be a canoe. between Godessa and Araga. I am worried for Araga, honestly, because I feel like he has this thing he has kind of isolated him. I've not had time to see how much of interaction he has had with other housemates. Aside Godessa, they are always in one corner or the other together. So I'm worried for him, unless Kamsi can successfully penetrate that situation. And that is if Araga opens himself to entertain that. For Godessa, I feel like Godessa already has something outside their duo, outside her situation, but I'm worried for Araga. Then again, the girls, I listened in on a conversation between Neche, Blutopia, and what was the third one? I think there were
Is it
three.
Kamsi?
Yeah, I think yes, Kamsi. And they were talking about this whole thing of relationships. Oh, these guys, they are not approaching us. They are not guys, girls. I thought you're the Gen Zs. Eh? And by virtue of being Gen Zs, you should know what they call shoot your shot. You don't expect that all the time guys will come and approach you. And honestly speaking, most of the guys seem to be, taking their time. I feel like most of the guys have cited these babes and they are probably like, I need to wait for this week. What if Big Brother introduces hotter babes and you're busy forming relationship in first week? I give it up to them for taking their time. But the girls, if again you want to go for that shipping strategy and you think because the boys are not approaching you that you will wait till they approach you, you might carry last. So I'm sorry. And then it has also distracted them. At some point, I was worried. I was like, this one that Blutopia is always talking about boys shipping. I'm worried. I'm like, girl, is that the only content you're going to concentrate on this season? So there is that thing I'm worried for when it comes to the girls. The guys are being straight up. They are playing strategies. They are talking about girls, but then they're also building their bromance kind of situation. And looking at the overall this season, it's easy to see that if the girls sleep with the way they've divided the house between males and female, that's another strategy we haven't even talked about throughout this whole conversation that I believe needs to be given a lot of attention. The lines have been drawn and these girls are behaving like there are no lines. But the boys have clearly seen the lines being drawn. So I would want to see next week open up on more of the ladies coming up with a coherent strategy of defeating the men. Let them not forget that this is a battlefield between the male and female genders in the house. And it will determine who gets to it moving forward. These girls, especially like mine, Temi, who seems to be a baby, who seems to have zero idea of what Big Brother's house, especially the starving in Big Brother's house looks like. I believe she might end up giving us premium tears and complaints very soon. If the girls keep at it, I foresee them losing a lot of wager tasks. Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
Thank you so much, Fifi. Very, very, very strong points you made there. I mean, fingers crossed. Let's just see how it plays out. Let's just see how it plays out. Because as you rightly said, I do not think the girls understand yet that there is a very, very hot competition between the genders in the house. I don't think they've realized it yet. And no offense to the girls in the house, but if you look at the way the show has been since Sunday, you will notice that the guys are more logical this season. The only guy that might be a bit emotional, or maybe he's playing his game low key, is what's his name? Araga. You see all those things he's doing with Godessa. I mean, there are girls indicating interest. Kamsi, like not like she really likes him, but she just wants to put her head in whatever is going on between him and Godessa. As a guy, who has a game to play, why not open the doors for such an entanglement to happen? And then you take charge and play everything. But the way it's going, it looks like he is giving the impression that Godessa has him wrapped around her fingers. So I feel like he's the guy that's being emotional amongst all the other guys. Every other person, they've got their head in the game. And as you rightly said, they are not making moves on the girls yet. Ricky wants to play the game of entanglement, not even triangles, but entanglements. Blutopia is one of his interests, nature, one of his interests. There was somebody else he mentioned. Is it Kamsi or Temi? The guy wants to spread his wings, and most of the other guys in the house, they want to do the same. Tram wants to do the same. So the girls, on the other hand, I don't know. It's like they're really looking for a relationship. But the guys are leading them on. The guys are like, well, we're not ready yet. When we're ready, we'll come for you, which is not really a good look because it makes the girls seem like they are desperate, whilst the guys are not. So I feel like the guys, they have their head in the game already, with a bit of the exception of Araga. So this is just the first week. Let's see how from tonight will look like, because the first sign of a combustion, or what do they call it? It begins. Yeah, it begins on the pool party. Yeah, it should normally begin on the pool party.
Yusuf too should be careful. He seems to also he's nearing to tread that line of sealing a ship that I don't think is a good strategy for him personally.
I think Yusuf wants to play with Bells. So it is Bells that I should say should be careful. I do not, for some weird reason, I do not think Bells is Yusuf's spec. I think Yusuf sees Bells as vulnerable and an easy play, like easy game, maybe a low-hanging fruit. I mean, this is no insult to her, just based on observation of things that have happened around the house. He has this protectiveness around her, but at the same time, he has eyes for Blutopia. So I feel like he wants to play that game. And it's not a bad game because it's going to give you highlights. It's going to give you attention. It's going to give you a storyline, right? But he is slowly keying into it. And Bells too, it seems like she's already smitten. So Sultex has also expressed his likeness, like very strong likeness for Bells, but she is saying that, oh, Yusuf is already in the picture. So let us see. Me, I don't like ships. As a matter of fact, I hate ships, but I don't mind entanglements. I don't mind triangles, messy triangles. It makes it more interesting and entertaining.
True. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Fifi. I mean, I'm happy that you came back again. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, we're going to speak with the last speaker now, and that is Mr. A. But before I bring on Mr. A, somebody was really cracking me up in the comment section. That is Margaret. I think Margaret Amina. Margaret Amina said because of my new look, she thought I was pregnant. My sister. I like soft life. If I was pregnant, I won't be doing this show this year. I'm telling you. So please, I'm not pregnant. That was so funny. I was trying to hold my laughter so hard. I'm not, I beg. Yeah. David, that's why I see him. Like he said she thought I was pregnant. My sister, I was a size 10 as at December last year. Now I am a size 8. No, I'm a size 6, a UK size 6 / a size 8. I've really shredded. I've really lost weight. Like I've shrunk. So if I was pregnant, I probably would be, expanding and not shrinking. So yeah, I'm not, I beg. Okay, Mr. A, you're welcome to the conversation. Great to have you here.
Hello, Glory.
Hi. Were you sleeping? I hope we did not wake you up.
Oh gosh, not really. I was actually listening to all the speakers and interesting thoughts. I just actually wanted to just add my 2 cents. I mean, I'm not going to analyze any of the housemates because for me,
Okay.
I always like to give them time to actually, get into their comfort zone and start showcasing themselves probably in the second or third week or fourth week. So no faves at the moment. One thing I just want to talk about or briefly actually touch on is the gambit.
Mm.
I hear a lot of people actually mentioning that it's actually going to be unfair, knowing who the gambit is, and once they, the whether it's Big Brother or production actually tells them, then they will kind of lax and not do anything afterwards. Or
Yeah.
um, yeah, I mean, for me, I think I probably got another sort of way or side to it, or the way I'm actually looking at it. What if only the audience knows who the gambits are?
Exactly.
So they won't even
Mm-hmm.
tell the housemates. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, the housemates would be all actually unaware. So when it comes to like any sort of like um gambit task that needs to be done, they should just spread it around to all the housemates so they wouldn't actually know who in particular is a gambit. So each and everybody would actually be asked to do something, but we, the audience, will definitely know who the gambit is. So at least we'll make it entertaining. They would actually say, well, you know what? I'm going to be here to the end of the show, whatever, So they probably will just be seeing the garbage sleeping around. No, everybody be on their toes, But we, the audience, we would actually just, make sure that we vote for the person who we actually want to vote, and we just like say, well, this is the person who we want. I agree with David. It's very difficult actually, um, um, getting voting for a gambit in the first week. I feel
Yes.
like it's not enough time. I feel like it should be done probably in the second or third week, when there's they've been given more time to actually showcase themselves. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, that's in all honesty, that's actually what I actually want to say. And
Mm.
also just want to talk just briefly touch about what the lady, I think it was Grace, that came on and talks about she felt like you were a bit kind of somehow last season. I think what some of the viewers don't actually understand is some of us actually be watching the show for such a long time. So it's when a decision is made in one season, we expect there to be consistency in the next season. We don't
Mm-hmm.
expect it to be like, well, someone can speak your native language in one season, and then in the next season, you're given a pass. It doesn't make sense. Be
Mm-hmm.
consistent, and I think that's where you come in and you actually come out and say, production, come on, please. This is not right. Someone is actually spoken their native language in one season. They got a strike, you know, they got a punish or they got a punishment. Either way, I don't know which one it is. And then in the next season, someone's allowed to go all the way to the very last week to speak their native tongue. And
Mm-hmm.
it was only then when, they feel like, oh, things are not gone the way they actually planned it to go, now give that person a
Exactly.
punishment. So you can actually see the hypocrisy. And I believe that's where
Yes.
you come in and actually highlight all those things which these production team, Big Brother, are actually doing, which is actually unfair because you're
Exactly.
basically directing a narrative. You're basically, pushing people in one direction. You're not
Mm-hmm.
spreading the whole, you're not focusing on the whole 22 housemates. You're actually just telling one particular person that, listen, you're going to get a pass. It doesn't matter whatever you do. It's just insane. It's just like Sultana peeing Dede's box. How can you
Mm-hmm.
actually close a blind eye to that? One season,
Exactly.
you say it's okay. The next season, you actually give the person a strike or a punishment. It doesn't make sense. But yeah,
No
I mean,
consistency
people
with the
don't
rules.
actually understand glory. That glory stands for facts. When you stand for facts, you're actually talking about things you actually seen on the show, and some people can't
Exactly.
relate to that. Some people feel like, oh, you're defending this housemate or you're defending that housemate. No, it's not about defending this housemate or defending that housemate. It's about sticking to facts, and that is what
Exactly.
you say because you've been analyzing the show probably for the last, I don't know, 7 years. I'm kind of assuming her.
Seven,
You've
eight.
allowed, analyzed the show for such a long time. You know what's actually right. And coming on to this new season, I mean, people are just turning a blind eye to it. Otherwise, as you said in the past, people need to actually show us what the rule book is. But honestly, now I've just turned a complete blind eye to any sort of rule book. For me, it doesn't really exist. Anybody can, it's for me now, the way I look at it, it's a free for all. Anybody can go and do whatever they want to do. Production can go and do whatever they want to do. If production wants to disqualify someone for just drinking tea, oh well and good. I'm not even going to complain about it, because that's their own prerogative. That's their own business. They know who their winner is. Because they're giving so much camera time to a certain particular housemates, so they know who they actually want to focus on. So for me, it's like, well, you know what? Production, I'm just here to actually enjoy the show. If you want to spoil it, go ahead and spoil it. I don't care. But anyway, Glory, that's all I've got to say. Thank you so much for actually being who you are and actually sticking and standing on the truth. That's why we actually love coming to this community. Thank you so much, Glory.
Thank you so much, Mr. A. I think this is the part where I'm supposed to just, signal the audience to just give you a standing ovation. Woo, But yeah, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate your kind words. And I think it was just really important for you to reiterate that. And I'm glad that even if I have made a case for myself, I'm glad that those of you who are regulars, who are family members of this community, anyways, you are also saying the same thing. Thank you so much. It means I'm actually doing something right. Thank you very much. Please, this season, I would rather we focused our energy on the show itself. Enjoy the entertainment. If there are pressing matters to discuss, we discuss it as well. Then rather channel our energy to toxicity. We can do banters. Banters are healthy, right? But no need for the unnecessary accusations and whatnot. I've said this time and time again. And today, let me put out the brag again. There are 24 housemates in that house. I don't know if everybody is going to send in new housemates. If you have any connections with any of the social media handlers or the management team of any of these housemates, I dare you watching me right now, go and ask them if any of them paid Glory Elijah to defend their client. That's any of the housemates. I'm daring you, go and do it. I'm also daring you that for the past 7 seasons, in fact, all the seasons that I have analyzed, if you know any of the social media handler or any of the management of any of the previous housemates, I dare you, I'm putting my integrity on the line. I dare you to go and ask any of them if Glory Elijah has ever been paid to defend any of these housemates. And if they claim that they have, let them show you the receipts. If there's any chart to back it up, let them show it to you. If they show it to you, please expose it. That's the assignment for today. Because to be honest, I feel like I'm just tired of going over and over this conversation because, hey, I know myself and nobody can claim that they know me better than I know myself. All right. But that's my bragging right. And I wear it as a badge of honor. It is one thing that nobody can ever take away from me. This Glory Elijah you see here, I have turned down invitations that a lot of people would have jumped at just because they want fame and favors. Me, I'm not that kind of person that jumps on fame and favors. No, I work for it. If I don't want it, I don't go after it. That's my bragging right. All right. That's on period, baby. Gift is saying that's on period. Alaya is saying purr. You guys make me laugh so hard. But yeah, thank you so much. Thank you all so much. I am grateful. I'm grateful for all of you. You people are really the most amazing online community anybody could ever ask for. I feel blessed to have this community. I mean, we've come a long way. I think the day I decide to finally sign out of doing this Big Brother show, I think we need to do what they call it, a get together. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we need to do something because this has been a journey. and I do not take it for granted. I love you guys so much, and you guys are such a major part of my life. If I explain it to you, you would think I'm just capping, but a time will come when I will tell you more about that. But yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate everybody that's turned up for today's conversation. It's just been refreshing. And I'm glad that we're doing this together again. So we have 9 more weeks to go. We have 9 more weeks to go. Yeah. So thank you all so much. Once again, Daisy Dreams and AB Okoli. Thank you so much for your gifts. I am very grateful. I do not take it for granted. That is your hard earned money that you are gifting me with, and I am grateful for it. And I pray that God expands your sources of income, that the way you give it to me effortlessly, that it comes back to you effortlessly. Amen. Thank you so much. And to everybody that contributed, vocalized their thoughts, and contributed by engaging in the conversation in the comment section, I am grateful. I appreciate you all so much for your time, for your involvement. To the silent viewers, the silent listeners, wherever you're listening from, I am grateful. Yes, I am really grateful. Oh my goodness. Fifi, oh my God, thank God I did not miss this. Fifi, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the gift. I am really grateful. Same prayers I prayed for AB and Daisy Dreams. I pray the same prayer for you. The same way you gifted me effortlessly. I pray that God, the universe, and everything you believe in gives it back to you effortlessly. Thank you so much. I am grateful. Thank you so much. Yeah, anyways, Evie, I see your comment. Evie said, I remember the first time seeing Glory's channel, I misunderstood her for one day. Then when I look into it, I was like, no way, I am glued to her channel. I love transparency and honesty. Thank you so much for that review. I am grateful for that. Thank you so much. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I am glad that we managed to not go beyond 3 hours. At least we tried to do 3 hours. That's 5 minutes. That is great. I'm not mad about it. I did not want us to even get to 4 hours because hey, we need to go and rest. I'm prepared to party with the housemates tonight. I'm hoping that they actually give us a vibe. Yeah, I want to catch the vibe. I want to be vibing in my house, watching them. So I'm hoping that tonight is a great one. And yeah, I will see you all on another episode of Frankly Speaking with Glory Elijah. Oh yeah, one last thing. A lot of you that has been asking me, what's your skincare routine? What's your fitness routine? I did some videos. It's on my second channel, Simply Glory Elijah. Please go ahead and check it out. Subscribe. Just type on YouTube. In fact, if you just type Glory Elijah on YouTube, you just see my second YouTube channel. But my second YouTube channel is called Simply Glory Elijah. What I do there, I just post things from time to time that I just feel like showing, to you guys. So if you're interested, if you're one of those people that asked me questions about that, please go ahead and check. And also, I am always hydrated. I am always drinking water. You see this jug? In a day, I could finish like 3 of it in a day. This is my Stanley cup, and I can finish like 3 of this in a day. And I drink a lot of this. And I also drink a lot of ginger tea, right? So I do this ginger juice extract where I blend a lot of ginger. Guys, I'm not even kidding. A lot. This is something I'm supposed to share on my second channel, but hey, I'm busy here now. So it's probably content that will come up much later in October. But I'm just telling you what is helping me to glow. I do a lot of ginger juicing. Yeah. So I blend a lot of ginger and then I extract the juice, the natural juice from the blended ginger. I throw away the shaft because I ensure that I extract every single juice out of it. And then I store it in my fridge. So when I wake up in the morning or maybe in the evenings or whenever I feel like drinking something hot, I boil water, I pour in a bit of the juice and I put some honey without milk and I drink that. And it really helps. It's good for your immune system. It's good to regulate your system. It's just very good for your system, and yeah, very refreshing as well. So if that is your vibe, go ahead and explore. All right. And give me testimonies later. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's just that. Thank you all so much once again for your time. I'll see you guys on another episode of Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye.